Welcome to another episode of Design in Progress. Tonight we are back at our as yet unnamed 4X space dice rolling fleet management game, which we've done once. Well, once recently. We did once a long time ago. It's been in development a long time, been on a shelf for a while. But it's firming up nicely. So, with no further ado, tonight we are joined by Zero Gamer,
Hello.
Will, and Randam and or Freak, whatever you prefer.
I do not care.
All right. Who's kind of new to the show, new to the server, but he tested the weird trick-taking game last week, which was fun, and we learned a lot on that. But we can talk about that later. For those who have not seen this game, we're all going to be slightly different factions, which we're mostly symmetric in what we can do during a turn. We'll start our turn by building places where we are, then we can battle or move in whatever order, and then we get credits and build ships. And then this kind of right side is where we start to differ. So Will is some scavengers, so whenever he blows stuff up, he gets scrap, but the downside, and then he can use that scrap to build ships. Downside is all of his ships come out damaged, basically. Zero Gamer's playing pirates, they just get money for blowing stuff up. Freak is the mining guild, they can put down extra stuff and just get extra money, but they move super slow and they take less damage. Then the druid shipwrights, I can make ships wherever I want, kind of, but I can only build significantly fewer ships than other people. And I don't have any of these fun tools that everyone else has, with these orbital platform stuff that have all sorts of fun bonuses. And we're going to be rolling dice for movement and rolling dice for combat and moving around and exploring, fighting each other. Hypothetically, we would go 8 rounds. We probably won't go all 8 rounds tonight just because that takes like 2.5 hours and it's kind of late. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, with that, Zero, take us away.
Yes. Hello. Okay.
So you get to...
This is my starting setup. I had one of each, right?
Yes, you get one of each as you're starting, and remember, you're going to get to roll with advantage.
Yeah. 1 second.
You're slowly copying and pasting.
There we go.
There you go.
Copy paste triangle. Copy paste square.
There we go.
Okay, so 5, actually 11.
Ooh,
this one.
Fast.
4, slow. 3.
It's pretty
Okay.
good. All in all.
Just keep these to the side. Okay. Let's start with my little interceptor boy who can move 11.
Well, notably, just before you start doing that, once you discover a space, whatever discovers it stops moving.
That's true. Let's go with the Corvette then, which only has 4 movement anyways. Let's go this way. That arrangement seems fine.
Right,
We'll
so
just
this
lock that
would,
in
just for
place.
people watching at home, this would cost 2 to go. 1 for this and 1 for this. So to move from here to here costs 2 movement.
Now I'll have the interceptor do a little bit of deep space exploration.
Yep. So you just have to connect to where you're coming from, and in these center 6, you have to connect to the center.
Like that.
Great.
Okay, he'll go there. Got nice, easy movement.
Mm-hmm. The first turn's usually pretty snappy.
Yeah. How does building the cities go again? Remind me.
It happens at the start of your turn. You have a build phase, and you have to rule the sector. You'll get 1 action if you have just a fleet of just fighters. If you have any capital ships, you get 2 actions. And then on top of that, frigates give an additional action.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which I'm still not super happy about that as their special ability. I'm trying to come up with something better than that.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, each ship type has a max health, a rank,
Oh, it's right here. Yeah.
which is how much it costs, and then a special ability. So interceptors can move, ignoring rule. Corvettes kind of have shields that they can soak up some damage. Frigates deal. You get an extra build action, and motherships, if they're by themselves, they can roll. They get to combine the 2 dice that they roll.
I'm gonna have my frigate fly out here. And the
Ooh,
mothership gets, what is it? It gets,
real aggressive. So just 3.
okay. We're just gonna have the mothership, we'll have the mothership go this way for
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that works.
Up,
I think that's it for me. All right.
that is. So you automatically, your capital city automatically gets you 5 credits every turn,
Unless you're the pirates.
unless you're the pirates, in which case that only gets you 3. And then you can use up to 5 to build ships at your home planet, unless you're
Which I
me,
do.
where you can build it wherever you want with some restrictions.
All right.
So, terms and conditions apply.
I'm all done. I don't know if you want to put on a turn order or whatnot.
I do. I also want to put a turn tracker in so we know what turn we're on. Nope, not that button. We are on turn 1. Let's make this big, 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 and lock it.
Turno
And
Grande.
then turns. As I constantly am forgetting turns. Oh, I actually need to choose a seat color. Change color to blue. And that is actually the right order. Look at that. Turns on. Done. Alrighty.
Alright.
Take us away, freak.
And by the way, if I do anything wrong, you please let me know.
Yes. Freak was spectating last time we played, so he should know most of the rules, but we'll help along.
You hear that? If you
So
don't know the rules, it's because you're bad.
right. So the mining guild takes 1 less damage during combat, but they also move 1 less. But they can have these mining rigs that they can lay down and get extra money for if they don't move. So this you
Right.
rolled a 5, a 10, and a 9. So this goes down to if you just hit 8 and then 9 and then 4, that'll be your actual movement.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
So I'll move one of my frigates down here. Go do that
Mm-hmm.
for 2.
Yep.
I'll move another one of my frigates over here for the last of the 2. I'll move my Corvette.
Well, each of them can move up to 4, but yeah.
Oh, each of them individually. Got
Right. You're just rolling 1 dice for the movement for all of them. Yeah.
it. All right, all right. That's helpful to know. Thank you.
Yes. 6.
5.
Oh, 5. Yeah.
And then after that is the gather credits
Yep.
phase, and I can build ships, correct?
Correct. So you'll get 5, and then you can use up to 5. So if you plan on building less than 5, you don't need to even take money, but
Yeah.
or the other way around. But my brain, ooh, it's a long day.
I get it. So I can build a frigate which costs 3 because of their rank, correct?
Correct. They cost the same amount as the rank. Yes.
And then I will build a corvette.
Yes. 3 and 2 is oftentimes 5. That's
But
what they.
not always.
That's what they tell me, at least.
Pretty sure it's always 5.
Alrighty. 2 for that, 12 for that, 4 for that, 2 for that. So I'm just on the poopy poopy.
You're on the interceptor train.
Oh my gosh, I'm on the it's hard to move train. So we're gonna move this one first. I will leave it like that so I can actually move. So that's my mothership. Oh, I didn't even need to roll this. I don't start with any frigates. That's right.
Ah, get owned.
Let's go this way. Do I want to connect to myself, or do I want to risk connecting to this bad boy? I kind of do actually. I wanna be able to fight. I think. We'll see. And then this away. I rolled a 4, so I can kind of move wherever. All right, great. There, and then where do I go with my interceptor? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to do this or this, basically. I think this to make connecting these guys a little easier. All right. So I get my 5 worth of money. And
Do you have another Corvette you can move?
I do not. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
We
that's
we
not
we
your home planet. I'm
yeah.
deleting.
We all start with 4 ships
I'm doobity doobity. Okay.
for now at
All
least.
right.
Um, so this costs me 3, and then I get 2 money. 2 money. 1, 2. All right, Will.
All right. So we're gonna move. Wait, I don't have a turn counter on me. I can't go.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Now it's your turn, William.
Woohoo!
Bam.
Okay. 8 is more. 2 is more. 10 is more, and 6 is more.
That's 0. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't move.
Can't
move
move.
this
That's
turn.
it.
10. It is a 10. They don't call it a D0.
But they could.
They could not, because then it wouldn't exist.
Well, I mean, a D0 is it happens.
Nothing happens. I'll flip this one. Well, ain't that a silly
That's-
little thing?
That's something, all right.
How connected do you want to be?
Um, how much can these things? I mean, I'm just gonna put the mothership there because it can only move 2.
Right.
And then I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna check out this one.
Mm.
You've got some interesting connections on your side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will got all the weird connections.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I bet Endgame are playing that on purpose.
I did not actually. I did actually look at what the map could hypothetically look like.
Oh,
Just-
so you did choose this for Will.
No, I made it randomly and then looked and was like, oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Huh. How much do I have on these things? That's a lot of movement, though.
It is a lot of movement.
6, 1, 2, 4. That have to be that.
Will's doing a lot of math for the first turn.
I am. Yeah, interesting.
Also, I'm just going to point this out now, just because everyone was in this game last time. I did change warp gates. Instead of you having 2 and you being able to move in between them, they just give you an extra 2 movement when you're moving from there.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Oof.
Perfect.
Well, you have to have something explore this and stop moving
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
And then you have to rule to be able to move through there.
I have to rule
This.
what I exit or enter, which
Right.
is why.
Right. So when you exit from here, you have to rule it.
Yeah, which is what basically would be. I just wanted to, I actually have it set up to do that, but I'm not actually going to do it because that doesn't work for. Make it a little harder to enter. No, I can't do that. Can do that. I can do that.
There you go.
That's good enough for me.
Good enough for government work.
And then is that how I want to end it?
I mean, technically, you could go and fight 0 right now.
Yeah, I know, and I'm thinking, stop moving my things. It's making me have more health than I'm supposed to have. Which, if you want to do, that's fine, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
It's not particularly advantageous,
No.
and we are testing a new thing for people who watched last time, where whoever loses the battle deals half of their fleet's damage rounded
Yep.
down to the person who wins.
Yeah, I will just say, had he not moved his frigate here, I was going to do that.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Because my Corvette would have blocked the 1 damage it would have done.
Exactly.
Or
It's almost like I put that frigate there on purpose.
I'm well aware of why you did it. But I would have attacked. But I won't, because attacking is rude. And that's the end of my turn. I'll get 5, and I will build these 2.
Alrighty, that's turn 1.
All right,
No,
so I gotta
now it's turn 1.
I've got to construct some cities.
Oh no, I didn't snap this one. Sorry.
Okay, and then I'm going to build some doodly boppers.
Ah, yes, the doodly boppers, of course.
let's.
One,
I'll go ahead and throw my weird.
Yeah,
I'll put the.
this is one of the new planets.
six,
I just didn't do the
11.
snaps correctly because I'm a dum dum.
That's fine. I'm
Okay.
gonna put the warp gate here with the mothership, so it's a little bit easier for the them to move.
Mhm.
Mining guild's gonna get 11 on their turn. That's a lot. Wow.
I mean, if they just sit there and do nothing, they'll get 11 on their turn.
No, that's without doing any mining. That's just building.
5, 6, 7, 8. No, they can only build one here. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Which is what I said, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what you said.
Okay.
You're such-
Thank you.
You know, sometimes, Will,
Sometimes you should listen to
I
my
am
words.
also I'm going to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm also getting 11. That's a very normal amount to get on your second turn. If you go to 4 sectors, like some people who didn't just go to 3.
Right.
You two are the fools who decided to only go to 3 sectors on your first turn.
Uh-huh.
Get a mining rig here.
Smart.
Okay. Time to roll. Roll them bones. Okay, so these get combined, which is still an
No, yeah, they do.
abhorrently low roll.
2 plus 2.
Plus 2, right? There's a reason I put that there. I think this is a 9.
It is. If you hover over it, it tells you what it is.
Okay,
I should put a little liney thing there, but I'm lazy.
We got just a 3 and 6. Okay. Oh,
That was a
Oh.
3.
Yep. There we go. Okay. We'll start moving the mothership, who has 6 movement, so literally it just moves here.
2 plus 2 is oftentimes only 4, not 6.
Plus 2 for the warp gate.
Yeah, 1 plus 1
Oh,
is 2.
I'm sorry.
Plus
Yeah,
2 is 4.
My bad.
You don't just keep adding the 2 whenever you want.
This week's unnamed 4-player space game brought to you by Math.
All right.
Since apparently everyone has done something mathematically wrong on their turns so far this game.
Brought to you by the law of large numbers.
All right.
No.
We're gonna get our interceptors into here, I think, first.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just go right there. Interceptors there. What's my Corvette speed at? A paltry 3, I think.
Paltry 3. So you can go there.
And then the frigate should at least be able to move out, right? What's his dice? Yeah. So he'll move here.
Oh boy. We're going
And we're-
real aggro right off the bat.
Oh yeah, we're attacking.
Okay. So we'll just remember that you get your 2 extra d20s.
Yes, I do recall.
And then I get 2 of the d12s, I believe. Okay.
Yep, 2d12, 1d6.
Okay.
Your
Your lowest is a 3. Will is
pulling the dice. He
rolling
didn't say
dice.
I'm battling rolling now, so I hadn't gotten it.
That's
yet.
why I'm battling now.
Mhm.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
A 1.
Was it a 1?
Double crit.
Ah.
Double crits, actually. So I'll
Oh
do
my
what,
God.
Double crits
1,
are not a thing, but
2, 3,
just so
4
no one's
damage.
confused.
Okay, since I'm the pirates and I lost, you get to decide how the damage gets dealt.
I do. So let's see. And you're dealing how much? 2 damage?
2? No, it's
No,
rounded down,
yeah,
so
it's-
1.
Right, 1 damage.
Okay, 1 damage. Which I negate from my Corvette.
No. He's doing 2, 3, 4, rounded halved to 2.
Oh, because this guy does 2 damage. That's right. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, rounded down to 2, minus the Corvette is 1.
So
But-
I was.
But
Gotcha.
importantly, because he's the pirates, he gets to decide where that 1 damage goes.
He
I
does
lost.
not. I decide everything.
Oh yeah,
You lost.
you're right. I guess as the winner, you get to decide everything. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sorry. That's a slightly new rule.
Thing. All right, so then I'm actually I'm doing, I'm doing 4 damage. How I choose.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take the 3 scrap tokens.
By just blowing that up.
Boo.
That's a full 4 damage, and then that'll just take 1 damage.
Nice. And don't forget to put your scrap in a place where
think.
you know where it is.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
And you actually get 6 scrap token.
Oh, right, because it's twice.
2x their rank. But you can only use scrap to build ships, as opposed to the pirates who get 1x, but it's just money.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
And that's that.
That was
Who go-
a less than optimal turn 0.
I agree. That's it for me though. Oh wait, I forgot to collect money. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, collect your money.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Correct. And then you can build up to 5. Build up to 5.
Okay, so let me get 2 tokens because I'm probably gonna. Which one of these is 2? This one. Okay, so 2 of those, and then I'll spend all 5. So the frigate's worth 3, right?
Yep.
3 and a Corvette. Okay.
Alrighty. Freak.
Now, freak.
Ya up.
Time to build some cities.
Yep. So just to clarify for our viewers at home, the mining guild can roll their movement and then they can decide not to move one of the ships in the system and place a mining rig on that ship, and that ship doesn't move, and then that system is worth 1 extra. This is another one that did not get snapped properly. My apologies.
Yeah, here's another one.
Yeah, I'll just,
Then I put
there we
a
go.
mining rig on this one.
Well, yeah, you can do that, yeah. And then you have, oh yeah, they are both called mining rigs. I need to change what these are called.
So you said I can roll my movement before deciding my writing or my mining rig tokens?
Right, because you're gonna roll and then you lose one from them. So I don't want it to be like, well, I can't move this anyway, and then you get really shafted.
Yeah. Got 3 for the frigate, 7 for the Corvette, and 7 for the interceptor. All right.
Right, like this is an instance where literally none of your frigates can move except for this one can move out, but these two literally can't move forward.
Yeah.
So
Put these here.
yeah, and just for clarity, I think it might be best to put it on because the new rule is that it's just one of the ships in that system can't move. Basically, you have one ship staying there, and it's going to help mine. And that also means like it doesn't get confusing if you're like moving ships through the system. Like they don't have to get stopped, or it's just confusing. I felt like last time we played.
Yeah, I was reading it off the sheet, and it still says the old rule. So it's just
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. So I'll put 3 out,
Mhm.
and then I will move this frigate.
Mhm.
I'll move him 1, 2, 3 this way.
Okay.
I will move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Mhm.
this way. Then I believe. I'll move this Corvette this way.
So you just have to connect it to the middle.
Oh, it has to be connected to the
Right.
middle.
So
Got it.
that way, or you could rotate it one more if you wanted to. You could do this alternatively.
I like this one.
Okay.
So I'll keep it this way. And I believe that is all my movement I can do. So
Mhm.
now I gather my credits, which is 5 for the capital,
Mhm.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Mhm.
13, 14, 15 for the mining rigs.
Right. Let me just double count that. Oh yeah, because you added a mining rig. Yep. We should call this like orbital mining rig, and this is something else. Naming things is hard.
Yep.
You should call it drilling laser or something. Since the
Yeah.
ship's doing it.
Yeah.
I'll spend the 5 to make a frigate and a corvette. Believe that's my turn.
It is. Alrighty, so I get to build stuff now. Yeah.
Woo!
This and this. This and this. Alrighty. And then we roll. Oh, sweet. My mothership's gonna get to move far. Ish. 5. That's interesting. 12 for that. 10 for that. Oh yeah, we're moving. We're moving and grooving today. What's my one that moves the least? I do want to have some control over how this gets rotated. So I think I do need to move this Corvette, which makes me sad because it's got so much movement. But I can be a real jerk and do. Actually, I really can't be a jerk. No, one way or another, I'm connected to you. It's just whether I'm connected directly to the center or not. Like I probably don't want this connection. Probably, honestly.
It's an expensive connection, though.
I like this.
I mean, but it's also a very good sector. It has 2 plus an orbital station. So
Yeah.
this is probably slightly better than at least he has to come up and around. And you all can come and punch him if he gets too greedy. My mothership brings all the boys to the yard. My mothership can go right into the center. Right? 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Sweet.
Damn.
And I think everything else can also go into the center if I want it to. So this interceptor is going to go into the center, and this corvette's going to go into the center. And then this frigate is going to come probably chill over there if it can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 2,
Like
3, 4, 5. So then I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I am going to build just a frigate here. Because my druid ability is I can build forward, but less ships. And that's only 3 minus 11 is usually 8. Alrighty. Go, Will.
Okay. We'll start by rolling. Now, here's the complicated thing. You said with advantage. So since I get to roll my die twice, I would roll them twice, pick one, roll them twice again, and pick a second one.
No.
Okay, then you need to change the rules.
Well, you get to roll with advantage and keep both of them.
That's not rolling with advantage. That's rolling. That's
Well-
basically your rules. So the capital ship doesn't roll with advantage when it's by itself.
The
Because
mothership.
Right. Sorry, the mothership doesn't roll
Right.
with advantage when it's by itself.
It just
It
gets
just combines its dice.
it just gets to combine them, which
Okay.
is good.
Poor. It's personally, I think that's poor wording.
It is
So-
poor wording. I was just literally just writing. I'm not going to probably explain it as rolling with advantage when I write the rulebook. I'll just explain it as I'll explain what advantage is in layman's terms for people who don't play TTRPGs. There we go.
It'll actually be you get to roll your dice twice and pick the highest, except for the capital ship when it's by itself.
Right. In which case you get to do both together.
So I guess the mothership would say instead of rolling its die twice and picking the best, you roll its dice twice and combine them.
Right.
That way you don't. It's not worded as losing something. It's worded as
Gaining something. Yeah.
gaining something. Yeah. Okay.
Can people tell that Will is a lawyer?
I can now.
Specifically, well, I'm a paralegal, which means that I look through everything the lawyer did and say, okay, well, let's be a little bit more, let's make it really, really clear. If a dumb person reads this, someone without a law degree, will they understand it?
Also, we definitely just gave this sector to Will. That's not advantageous to us.
That is true, but I do want to see this one first.
Mhm.
And obviously the mothership's the one going in there because it's the only one. No, I can't go in there.
You literally cannot.
I literally was here and I was like, yeah, there's something there.
Yeah, there's totally a path there.
9.
9.
the mothership is going there.
So you have to connect to this and the center.
We got a couple options.
Yeah, there are a lot of options. I'm trying to pick how the 3 is going to work best. Give it to no one. Give it to the center. Nope, can't. Give it to you.
That might be the
But
best.
then block me off through that
From
route.
reinforcing through there, yeah.
Can't reinforce that way. I'm
Oh,
okay with
if you
that, I
s-
think.
If you spin it one more time, though, you still have double ones on your side.
Yeah, and then there's a 3 to get into there.
That's how connected he wants that to be, though.
Yeah. Between that. Nope, sorry, not that one. This one or this one. Do I want to be connected all around? Or not at all for that one? Okay, well that's a blank no matter what. I'll be connected. I'll be connected. That's fine by me.
You have 5 movement, or no? That's the 3 that goes this way. Never mind.
Yep. Math.
Hard.
Oh, I have to do my builds. I
Yeah.
forgot to do that before I did.
You should probably do this. Yeah.
That's
Did
build.
this one also not have snaps? Jeez, I'm literally the worst at snaps.
Where is? There it is. Repair station.
Nice.
So we'll just do this right now.
Nope, it's at the beginning of your turn.
It's at any time
Is
during
it?
your turn.
Never mind. I know my own rules.
Once a turn, so I can do the beginning, the middle, or the end.
Yeah. You're right.
So I could have attacked and then did it, but I'm not going to.
It's 3 total, and you healed 3, so.
Sure did.
Also, this gives you 3 builds, so you can also build that city. Oh my god.
Because it gives you.
Don't tap on dice, people. It rolls them. Nope.
That's a ship.
That's a spaceship. My god. This is chaos.
My ship crashed. My ship crashed. All right, so that's my build. Beautiful. That's one of the moves. So that move is taken care of. Then I have the 6, the 12, and the 8.
Ooh, man, you rolled real good movement also.
I did roll really good.
Lord.
And I don't really want to do that. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Oh well, 1, 2, and then it's whatever that is. That's a 1, right? That's a 1.
I was just thinking about how I was going to build in this build some orbital platforms in the center, and then I was like, oh, that's right. I can't.
All right, so now tell me what I do. I said I'm going to explore it with this, and now I can't. Do I have to build it in a way that can be explored to making this a dead planet, basically?
I'm thinking that is the rule. And,
all right, so it's forced to go like that.
Right, and that if for some reason you still couldn't, then you would just not be able to move into there, but would be able to place it however you wanted.
So then would I take back the whole move, or it would just be
well,
stuck?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
so is it good to shortchange myself?
Right.
Should I purposely shortchange myself?
You actually can't, because the assumption is when you are moving that you are saying I have at least 3 + 1, because everything you move into has at least 1 1.
And there's always one of the ones you can never shortchange.
Right.
Perfect. Okay, and then so you're forced to rotate it so that it has a 1.
Let's go with that as the rules for now, and we can talk about it at the end of the game. If we like that or not. Itchy ear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I personally hate it right now because I was going to be nice and connected to you, but.
Well, I wanted to connect it, but then because of the shortchanging, I couldn't.
I know.
I wanted to be connected too.
Man.
But I couldn't, and that's dumb. All right, so I need to find. Yeah, but it doesn't help me if I do that. Boo! I don't like this. That's gonna go here. This is gonna go here. How much do I have with the Corvettes? 8.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I'll just discover this one.
Okay. Man, that is unfortunate for us.
And then
Pirates, you got a lot of work to do.
I think we'll just do that.
Hmm. I'm unhappy about
see.
that.
Just see what happens with that little friendo there. Okay. And then Pirates, old buddy, old pal, I'm fighting you.
Yeah, let's do it.
And it's attacker and defender. I get that. Alright, I am rolling.
Non-lucky 1.
3 for Will.
7.
7. So
All right, well, these guys are just dead.
Yep, and Will takes 1 damage.
And then I'll get, was that 2 tokens?
That was 2 level 1 things. So you get 4 total.
Okay. Okay. And then that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And then I will get my coins 5, 6, 9, 10. I'm going to take it as 5s. And then I will build, I think. That costs 2. That costs 1. That costs 1. That costs 1.
Yes.
I'll do that.
Great.
And that's my turn.
All right, I think I'm out of this game, but
I
we'll
don't-
keep playing.
I don't think you're out of the game.
You have all this area to.
Right, you didn't explore any of this. You
Well,
know,
yeah, but I'm at a natural disadvantage unless I'm destroying ships. So
This is fair. Go blow up some blow up some mining rigs.
I can't. I don't have any ships left.
There is a green man in the center of the board. You can blow up.
You have 4 ships. What you talking about? You're fine. This is also one of the reasons that I was saying if we add the defensive damage that there might need to be like some upping of health of ships so just stuff doesn't just immediately die. But
Well, I didn't die because of the defensive stuff.
Yeah,
died
he did
because
die
I
because of
lost.
defensive. He lost twice in a row.
no, that's true too, honestly. But you would have taken all of
Same
those
amount of damage.
the same amount of damage, but would have had more health.
Who, me?
Right.
No, I wouldn't have. What are you talking about?
Basically, Zero's saying the defensive damage wouldn't have changed the
Right.
outcome. Yeah, sure, if defensive damage were added in, he'd have more health, but you could also add more health without adding defensive damage, and it wouldn't have changed the scenario.
Yes.
The defensive damage is irrelevant to the fact that more health would have saved him.
You are correct. Sorry. I was
I guess we'll just explore. Yeah.
But it is true. It's
conflating the two.
It would be if I had lost either one of those, the defensive damage and more health would have meant a huge deal to me.
Right.
I guess we'll try to explore this. Sure.
You have to connect to the center.
Literally, do you want the 2 on you or the 1 on you?
Right.
And then I don't have any interceptors left. I've got a couple corvettes. This guy can here. What was my corvette speed?
0.
10? Yeah, it's 0. Yeah, they can't move. Let's see here. That guy moved there. This guy. So 3.
Oh, but of note, it did do the 1 damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go all in on the attacking here.
On me, interesting. Okay.
Well, I can't get my mothership in there now. So
No, totally makes sense. I'm not.
Totally makes sense. We're gonna attack here.
I begrudge you nothing. I get a this. I get a this. And a this. I'm ready to roll when you are.
I am ready to roll.
Rolling.
2s across the board.
3 is for me.
All right, so I'm gonna deal
1, 2,
4
3,
damage.
4 to me. Yeah.
You take one less, so
Take 1 less,
3.
so 3 damage. So I'm gonna
And
do.
I decide how this damage is distributed because I'm the pirates.
You do. Deal 3 damage to me.
Um,
So you can kill one of
mean-
these and damage, or you can like severely damage my mothership.
I'll destroy the Corvette,
Okay. So you got 1 more that you can.
and
do.
then one more to the mothership. So I'll get 2 coinage for
and then,
the.
And then I had 1, 2, 3, 4. You take 2 damage.
I take 1 less damage.
Right. So you take 1 damage.
Corvette takes a damage.
Circle takes the
And
square.
more importantly, you now rule this, so I can't.
That's true.
I
I
I can't even
almost-
move out of here with my mothership because
I-
I don't rule this either.
It's very funny.
I mean, I can
almost-
move this first and then I'll
Right.
roll
With
the next
that battle, I almost come even in making money with the rest of you guys.
Almost. You'll
But not yet.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
I would have to destroy like 2 to 3 ships per turn just to make up for it.
I mean, you're getting 2 less a turn.
Yeah,
And
that's
you can hypothetically get up to 4 from just 1 ship.
hypothetically.
Right.
Like if I had like 1 more interceptor here and I was able to deal a full like 4 damage,
Right.
or you had 1 less Corvette,
Mhm.
sure, then that'd be fine.
It's tricky. Well, I mean, and
It-
it's also balance things. This is also literally with this new rule set of movement and fighting and health is literally only the second game
Well, we'll
with
see.
real players. So there's going to be a lot of balancing that happens over the next couple months. But,
Okay, let's see here. So I'm going to get
and
1,
honestly,
2,
probably
3, 4, 5,
more like
6,
in the
7.
spring / summer because we got to go back to Dungeons of Gul'Jun soon. More of it's coming, we promise.
Okay, so we're gonna build the frigate again, and let's get 2 interceptors this time. All right,
How much money does Will have? 10?
10.
I've got 6.
I have 10.
Build
I have
myself a city.
Hmm.
Yeah, you all have 10 except for me.
I think I'm going to be funny. I'm going to put a shield array here, if that's possible.
It is.
Okay. And then I'm going to roll for my movement.
Okay.
I will. No, I'll wait until the end.
Also, we
Alright.
have effectively removed this tile from the board. Congratulations.
What was it going to be?
A decent
Ooh.
one,
It wasn't
too.
that good of a tile.
Oh, well, I thought it was cool. And this one's supposed to be 10. There we go. Alright.
Oh,
I
and
think I'm
this
going
is
to put-
you'd made it round 3. Thanks.
I'm going to put a mining rig here. I'm going to put a mining rig here. I'm going to put a mining rig here. And that will be that. Then I am going to move this frigate 3, this one 2, this one 3.
I hope that this lone Corvette can just soak up 4 damage.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did that.
What a-
I'm surrounded by monsters.
How absurd.
I've got to defend the the wall. He's the lone soldier. And I think that will be it for my turn, actually. So I'll collect my...
You moolah.
A lot of money,
Just
like just an obscene amount.
an obscene amount
You-
of moolah.
I don't. Did you move this Corvette?
No. Do I have
Do you want to retroactively? Can he retroactively say he mined with it?
You can, sure.
I
I'm just.
Okay.
Making sure we see what the miners
How
can
absurd they
do.
are. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like let's
We'll do
let
that.
everyone be as successful with their pieces as possible.
Yes.
All right. All right. All right. That's fair. I like that. All right. Thank you.
If things are broken, we want to know.
Yeah.
So
All
wait,
right.
you get like 4 or so, like 3 or 4
He'll
coins
get
for having 2 cities.
you get 3 for 2 cities, so he'll get 4 for this sector. Yeah.
Then I can put a 1 on this one as well. Then, right?
You don't have a yeah, you don't need a city to do it.
Technically, you do not need a city to do it. Correct.
I feel like you should need a city because that is pretty strong. I can just
Well,
come.
the idea is you could mine someone else's planet.
Right.
Oh, okay. I
Right.
get
Like
it. I
you
get it
could
now.
literally just have a guy here, and as long as no one else came and messed with you, you could just sit there and mine a point a turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense actually. All right, I like that. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If I'm not mistaken.
I also got 18.
Let's go kill the miners, guys.
No, 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 no. We do not enjoy killing miners.
I'm gonna just converge on this and do as much
In
damage as I
fairness,
possibly can.
he didn't say let's go enjoy killing miners. He just said let's kill them.
Yeah, I'm not happy about
No,
it.
no, no. And I'll build those two and end my turn.
You might need to take away all the Corvettes from the mining guild.
It's
No,
fine.
because they get one shield array, and yeah, it's really good, but that's the only shield array that they get.
Right.
They also take 1 less damage naturally.
Right.
Right. But then you can stack with them. I think they have less. They have 3, yeah, but they don't get any mothership. We'll see. All right, let me do my building first, so I don't forget. Which is this, and this is where I'd put my orbital rig, if I had one. I don't have anything else that I could do, so now let's just move.
You gotta go punch the mining guild, or they'll just win.
I mean, I'm probably gonna, but I also probably gotta punch some other people. I mean, I'll punch them if you go punch the scavengers. How about that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool beans.
I'm fine with that.
Come
What did the
punch-
scavengers ever do to you?
They are a better version of the pirates, and I don't like that.
Oh no, I know what they did to you. They defended their land that you attacked first.
I mean, better is
I'm
such a
asking-
strong word.
What do they do to the
Um,
druids?
I have to
Oh,
roll
this
this.
sorry. How about the superior pirates?
11. There we go.
And what did I do to any of you guys? I'm just chilling over here mining rocks. And
You're
y'all
winning
trying
by
to-
a lot.
The 1% must go down. Did you learn nothing from Luigi?
I am
Eat
more
rich.
than
Ah,
willing-
Luigi.
I'm more than willing to share my wealth.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how I can actually do this. So I have 4, so this can move into here. Now I rule this, so now I can move this into here. That guy's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could move him all the way up to here and fight you if I wanted to. I don't think I do though. I think I just literally need to converge here, but I also got to go fight this.
Why? I can't build anything there. I'm literally just
you,
sitting.
You can literally debuild this.
No, I can't build if I don't have rule, right?
That's true. We're tied for rule.
I have to bring something and you get a whole. That's why I did that, because it's not threatening. It's just moving forward.
It's
better-
it's literally threatening.
It's not.
Like, I mean, I honestly might as well blow it up though, because
It was
I've
honestly
got
it's because
this
I
here.
rolled like a freaking 10 or 11 on my interceptor, and I was like, I want to move as much as I can. I want to make it go fly fast.
Go brrr.
And going in here seemed like a
1,
really
2,
stupid
and that's
plan.
3. I just cannot get to your mothership. I just really wanted to blow up your mothership, honestly.
Uh-huh.
You can blow up this mothership.
No, I can't get there with my frigate. I can literally only get there with my interceptor.
Okay.
Which seems, shall we say, foolish. These two literally do 4 damage, so I need to have both of these guys in here, unfortunately.
No, you don't.
I
I'm just one little guy.
just a weird little guy.
I'm just a level 1 Corvette.
All right, I am gonna fight you, Will, because you have dared to come into my territory.
Okay.
Uno.
God, I was really hoping for a 1 or a 2 on that. That would have been hilarious. But yeah,
That
no,
would have been
no.
hilarious. So you still do 1 damage to me. Yeah.
Exactly. So I really got my benefit out of that.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
thank you for letting me do exactly what I planned to do.
Yeah, no, you just wanted to do damage to me. It's okay. You're a jerk.
I didn't attack you. I sat in place and you ran yourself into me. You ran into my knife 10 times. He had it coming all along.
Oh my god. All right. All 4 of these dice versus you, Mining Guild.
You do not want to hit me, please.
I literally do. All right.
Okay. Ah! I lose.
1 a
Oh!
crit,
No. Ah.
which
I think I survive.
um just to clarify, because we talked about this briefly last game. All orbital platforms, at least currently in the rules in my head, all orbital platforms can also soak a hit, hypothetically. But I'm doing 5 damage anyway, which is, I mean, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage anyway, and he's soaking up 4. So he could hypothetically just only take 1 damage from this, if we're gonna go with those rules. But I haven't talked about those rules with anybody else. So
I am a fan of those rules.
what do other people think of those rules, or do we want to just leave them there? And then there just needs to be a way to get rid of them if you can't convert them, because there's some people who can't convert them, like me.
I mean, right. So it's it's interesting because regardless of what the rules are, why wouldn't Freak just say I leave it there because it sucks for you?
Right, he can. Well, because it would soak up 1 hit and then his Corvette would not die.
Would it? Because it takes 1 and you're dealing how much?
1, 2, 3, 4,
2.
5, 6, 7. Oh no, you're right.
It dies. Yeah, the Corvette dies. It's just whether or not he wants to lock it down or not.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
I mean,
So your
I'm
Corvette is
open
gonna
to
die
that.
either way. That's right, because I'm bad at math.
I mean, it being able to soak a hit so that you have the option for it to get destroyed is nice because otherwise the only option is to convert it into
Right.
the same thing,
All right. So
which you may not be
yeah,
able to do if you don't have it.
yep. And I'm fine with just leaving it there, because I don't care,
But then someone else could go in and just
and
auto kill it
and convert
with
it.
a battle.
Yep. Yep.
Well, could they battle it?
You could hypothetically, I guess, battle it.
That doesn't get you anything.
Doesn't
Like
get
I
right.
as the pirates wouldn't even get any value out of destroying
Right.
that.
You would get
It's just
nothing.
that say you were in here, if you don't want a shield array, you can't put anything else in
Right.
there.
Right. You'd have to
Until it's destroyed.
waste an attack blowing it up. Yeah. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 money from me. So that's 10. And these 2 cost 4. Do them there or there. I'll throw them here. Okay. Go, William.
Ooh, 7 with my mothership. That's always fun.
7?
7.
No, it's a 1 and a 2. I don't know why, but it's because the way that the die is, I always think it's the one that's like on this
That's
side.
facing you? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I play with D4s where it's
Where the number's on the top.
the top of the triangle,
Yes.
not the bottom of the triangle.
Yeah, I also prefer D4s with the number on the top, but this is how TTS does it.
The GTS does it, yeah.
So I eventually, when I'm going and remaking them, they'll be on the top.
It's what we're stuck with.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, that's my rolling. I guess technically, rolling is by rolling I automatically claim I'm moving before battling, but I can't battle anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just need to be aware of that.
Yes, you do need to build your stuff though, and
I
yeah,
did.
this one there too.
And I missed one. That one there. Yes, this one. Okay, so what do we got? We got 3 on that.
Mhm.
So I can't go here. Can't go here.
You can go into the center though.
Can go here. Can go here. Can go here. Okay. And those have 4. Interesting. Okay.
It could be that maybe the pirates just need more aggressive ships.
Don't
Like
need
their
to go to
fleet
the
might
center.
might need to just be better, like have more frigates in it than interceptors or something like
I'll
that.
use my move to just go here with my mothership. Those all heal, and those go here.
Mhm. You move your
Uh,
mothership back so it could heal up.
I move my mothership back so it could heal. And then what do I have for the 6? What a terrible roll. But that has 10. Okay, sure. The Corvette has 10. That's 4. That's 4. That's a million. What if I did that? No. Hmm. Oh my God, there's a cat behind me. I wish I could get those pieces to go further. Did I damage that one? I did. Okay, so that's good. 10, 3, 7. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna put that there and that there. Um, those have 6. What did I do? I did that. Okay. And then 1, 2, 7,000. Sometimes how it feels.
So much math.
We'll just drop one in there for
Why?
later, so I can build later and move this Corvette, and hope to draw to get a 12 next turn.
Mm-hmm.
This still gets 10, so it'd be 3, 5. That's another.
You get
Okay,
like
when that runs me out,
here, basically.
I can't even get that far. 3, 5, 8, and it basically just gets me to here because it's 12 to get to there, and then the last is just these two guys. 6 is such a small number for these interceptors. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And 6 gets me to there, I guess. Yeah, I think that's that. And then I am going to blow up the mining rig
No.
and mm, 1, 2, 2, 3.
We should. No, I will. I'm not gonna do it now because we haven't talked about it. There should be a rule where, other than the weapons platform, which rolls a D8, obviously, everything else gets to roll a D20, but only when it's getting attacked directly. Like, there's a really, really small chance they have like little pea shooters.
Yeah, but if you're doing defensive damage, you still kill it.
I know.
It's just whether you also take. Maybe you'll take a damage.
Right, right. You might take 1 damage.
Um, so that'll start at 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
The warp gate has a knife.
It's a lot. No, I think that's going to be the end of my turn. So
You're
I'll
not
just.
gonna battle me?
I'm not going to battle you. No. I'm going to put it on you to decide the battle. Um,
He technically gets advantage when attacking because attackers win ties.
yeah. Oh my God.
That's
Why is my
technically advantage?
I mean, it is actually a significant advantage when you start figuring out if you like start comparing the dice to each other and how often a tie happens. It ends up being somewhere between like a 20 and 30% advantage on larger fights.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if But here's the problem: if I fight now and he wins, they die.
Yes.
If I fight later, then
And
and
he
I
w-
wait for
and
him
he
to attack, he wins, but that means that
you'll still die.
no, I know. So then that I'm saying things because I have thoughts that I'm not sharing out loud.
Okay, that's
Um,
fine. It's okay. We
then
believe you that there's a
do that.
reason.
Yeah,
We
no,
can talk about it later.
I think I'm happy with what I'm doing. So
Okay,
that's
great.
1, 2, 7, 10, 11, 14, 15, and I couldn't convert the mining rig because it's not the build stage.
Did I only give myself 1 5 last turn?
1, 2,
Shit.
3.
Because this is 10. Yeah, I had 14. This was also supposed to go to me. Sorry. I swear I'm not cheating.
And then I'll just do that.
I have 20. How much you have over there? 26. Jesus Christmas.
You should
It's
see how many I have.
Yeah.
It's real impressive.
You've got
Alright.
a ton, dude. I think we go after the pirates.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Down with the
guys
pirates.
wildly in the lead in every respect.
All right, turn 4.
Let's put some stuff down.
Let's just like play through the whole turn 4 and then let's do thoughts because I know that Will, you have you need to be heading out around 10. So,
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
just put some
but
cities
play
down.
as if you assume we're going to keep playing this because I can always do a save state and we can hypothetically finish this game later.
I'm going to step away for a second.
Okay.
As an alarm goes off in the background. Let's see here. Okay. Mothership can move 4 again, which is nice. This guy gets to move 11, which is nice. Jesus. Did I roll 2 1s?
You did. You rolled 2 1s.
All right, my Corvettes are not moving.
Yeah. I mean, alternatively, I'm just pointing out that this is going to be a hotly contested place, and it might make sense to just build one city and then something on an orbital platform.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I
You do need
can't
the you
stay-
do
I
need the
can't-
money.
I
Yeah.
can't stay here. I literally staying in one spot is like bad for me.
I mean, people are gonna come and try and get you though in the middle.
I don't care.
Make them
They
come
can,
to you. You get
and then
money.
I'll lose.
You get money either way. It's a giant pile of pirate ships sitting in the middle.
All right.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, right? And then they just walk around me and make money
I'm
elsewhere. Like realistically, I needed to move here and deal with these 2 frigates, but now I can't. So,
Mhm.
what can my frigates move? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My interceptors got 11, so they could move.
Mhm.
So they can go over here.
Nice.
Corvettes again can't move, sadly.
Does this one?
Oh, I have this frigate, yeah. Drop him.
There
over
you
here.
go. That's
Okay. Watch me lose this one now, then I'll really be out of the game. Even though I was before anyways.
it's entirely fine. Yeah,
Uh,
but if you win that, you'll get 6 coins just from one battle.
Oh, good. I'll have
1, 2,
4
3,
more
4, 5,
coins
6.
than...
Actually, you can't kill both of them because they both have full health, but you can kill one of them.
Oh, and then I'll be exactly 1 coin over the what you guys get normally.
While in first place. Well, I mean, not first place. Well, in first
I'm
position.
in dead last.
Yeah,
I'm in dead last by a lot.
I'm saying in first position, you have only 6 coins. I don't know how that's possible.
I have to spend all my money on frigates. Like I'm
As
2 coins down.
We've all gotten at least 6 more coins from our home planet
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
each.
And I haven't won a single battle.
You won 1 battle, right?
No, I didn't.
You
No.
got money.
Oh,
You got
I'm,
you got
I
money.
got like 1. I got 1 coin or something.
I believe you got 3, but
These pirates
that's
suck.
just- we
I
can
want a battle.
we'll rebalance with the pirates. Don't worry.
I don't even care. Like, I'm not even that invested in the pirates. It's just I played them twice now. No, they just suck now. I see that now.
That's okay. Things suck sometimes.
All right. Okay, we'll battle in the middle first.
Which is funny because I think they used to be like really broken when everyone had a lot more health, and they got like an extra D8 when they were attacking or something.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. Except, guess what? My opponent gets 2 extra dice to roll.
They're D20s. Oh my
He rolled
god.
a 1 one of the times.
Yeah.
Watch, he's gonna do it again. Let's roll.
Me pressing the 1 button. Just
Oh
kidding.
my.
But I did roll a 1.
Unlock the flip table button for me.
It's okay. You got a 1 as well. It's a tie, which you win.
You're
Okay.
fine. You're fine.
All right.
It's okay.
All right. All right.
See,
your
you
fault.
have advantage by attacking.
Okay. 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 Get rid of your ships. I'm sure they're both dead. No, they're not actually. They're not both dead.
They're not. Because you do 4 or 5 damage, and they
So
No,
take
I
5
do.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
all
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all dead,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're good.
I
we're
know
good.
what I did.
and you
Okay,
get
I get
4.
a
You
whopping
get your 4 coins.
a whopping 4 coins.
There you go.
Let's battle here.
I mean, we could change scavengers to only get one of the D20s when defending. That might be better.
I have other thoughts about the scavengers v pirates, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that it is a difficult matchup to
Okay.
balance for sure.
Oh, I needed to roll.
I
William,
got a 1 again. 2 1s on my d20, so that's fun. No, that doesn't count. You didn't roll that. I know you already got a 1.
No, I'd already got a 1. Yeah, I just forgot to roll 1. No,
I
so
know.
I still win anyways, which is nice.
nice.
So
Yeah.
1 to 6 damage.
It's okay. So how do you want to do it?
One of these.
I think they both.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
they both die? Don't they have 3 health? No, they have 4
They have
health.
4
yeah,
health,
yeah.
so you can kill
one of them.
one.
One of them will die. Yeah, yeah.
And then one goes down to 2.
Okay. I had some good rolls there. Thank God.
See, it's really funny though, because Zero has this long list of grievances, and every single one of them gets crossed out after this.
Right. It's like, well, yeah. If you just roll fine, you know.
If you
Did you
roll
get your-
fine,
Did you take your 3 money for blowing that up?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Because let's recall, I rolled 3 1s in those 2 battles and still lost. So
Yeah.
we're gonna just put a pin in that.
So the ties are fine. The ties are fine, but
but
I don't think that actually negates my actual complaints.
We'll see.
the rule of large numbers says. Is that your whole turn? I assume.
I think so. Yeah.
Now
I
you
don't have any
get
more
money and build stuff.
Okay. So I get 1, 2, 3,
Did you-
4, 5,
did you
6,
just not
7,
build here?
8. Oh, I did forget to build there. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you know, we got to
Alright.
make sure everyone gets their full unfairness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is this a 10? Yeah. Okay.
Wait. No. 5,
Did I count
6,
miscount?
7,
Wait,
8.
no, it's not
9.
5. It's 3.
Oh yeah, you only get 3. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Okay. I appreciate you trying to give me more coins.
I'm trying, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So they'll actually stack and add up.
Okay. And then are you building your Corvette or?
Oh yeah. Then I got one Corvette. There we go. And now I'm not caught up with anybody points wise. Let's go.
I mean, you are caught up. It's just that you're a turn behind.
Jesus.
Hey, you
All
have
right,
more
go
money than me right now.
Do I?
I've only got 20.
Look at that. Okay.
20 monkey.
Okay.
And you have a pretty solid foothold on the center. You got a freaking
So you
mothership and
abandoned it.
2 Corvettes.
You gave him that foothold.
Yeah, you gave me that.
I had to. I literally had this monkey over here with fucking 26 points.
Whoa.
Mining monkey. Somebody had to go
I'm
punch him.
Chill. I'm just
So
chilling.
how actually out of curiosity, how did that punch go?
It went great.
No, it didn't.
What? Yeah, I'm not seeing any significant impact that you made.
I don't think he had any impact at all.
I think you did something very effective. You got your ship damaged here. Congratulations.
Well, I built. I have a fleet here now that I'm going to be able to build at, and then I can go attack him more, guys. That you forget that the druid shipwrights can build, so I can start building shit literally right here. If
One
he could,
ship. You can build only one ship,
I can
and
build.
it's going to
Two,
be an interceptor.
I can build 2 fighters or 1 capital ship.
You have to build, yes, because you'll build 2 cities, and then you can build.
Right. Also, he could literally come in and blow my mothership, and I could just put a fresh mothership down at the end of the turn and then go fight him.
All I'm saying is I'm the weakest link at the table right now. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, in fairness, we'll all agree you're not.
In fairness, no.
In
What?
fairness, I'm seat 1 and I'm still behind you in points, and you haven't even taken your turn yet.
Okay, I can't put any cities down, so I guess I'll just roll for movement.
I mean, part of this might be that they only need like 3 mining lasers, not 6. But
Maybe
or maybe mining lasers equal to the number of players or something like that.
that would be good too.
We have something kind of like that for the crime syndicate, which we have not played yet. I have to
Okay, so
make the pieces.
I got a 7, 10, and 5, which means this is a 4. Oop, I clicked 8, 9, and a
6. I mean, to also be fair, he has been rolling really, really well on his movement. He's
I
rolled
was-
like
mm,
over the 50% mark on all of his movement dice this
I
entire
have
game.
I have a history of good rolls. I should have
Right.
said that before I played the game.
Right. I think he rolled poorly on 1 frigate roll.
Yeah. So I am going to put a mining laser thing here, mining
Mhm.
laser thing here, mining laser thing here, and that will be it. Then I'll move frigate over 1 with the 4, over 1 with the 4. I'll move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 over here. And that will be my turn.
Technically, you have not moved this frigate yet, so you could move him in to either of these.
I'm too scared to move anywhere else with that guy. Technically, I could have. No, I already have a mining rig here, so
Yeah.
cannot do that. So that's good. I optimized well, I see. Alright. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
A completely reasonable amount of money for you to make.
Yeah. I mean, I'm over here scared. I have to survive on this money. You guys are over here attacking everyone
We're
like
just literally
snacks.
gonna like fight him back to having only like 2 planets, and he's still gonna win.
He has
Please
less
leave me
planets than the
alone.
rest of us.
I'm going to spend some of my hard-earned cash to play a Corvette. All
Ooh,
alone.
that could be a balance thing. Maybe all of their stuff costs more also because they're so much they're tougher. That'd be interesting way to balance it out.
Maybe. That would suck for me though. And
I'm so sad with your 40 frickin' points.
Look,
41.
in fairness, we
One.
misplayed against the mining guild again because you
Did-
let them build up this a single entrance or like only a slight like a single concentrated place where they could put all of their ships, and then didn't go and take control of it.
Yeah,
If
but then
there
they
had been
could
like a
come and
mad
they
rush,
could come and fight me. I didn't want them fighting me.
how are they
Well,
going to
he-
get to you?
If I
If you
if I
control
had
here,
connected this,
if you control here, how do they come to you?
well, yeah. There's
Also,
that
he
too.
was never going to attack you. He's making bonkers money off
Right.
of these 5 planets.
The mining guild will never attack. When you come in and you attack me and the like right in the beginning, that's what the problem is.
I-
Is
I-
attacking with between ourselves instead of going straight for the mining guild.
the mining guild is the cats,
And now
Right.
you're
It's
Except that-
orange for a reason.
except they're broken.
now
I
you're
literally
teaming
told you
up
this last game.
against Poor guild. Woe is me.
And anyway,
Oh,
are you done with your turn yet? Your
Yes, I am done.
absurd, ridiculous turn. Alrighty, let me get all this. Let me build.
Change.
I get these here. Uh-oh, I hear a small child screaming. That's okay. I have children. It's not like a ghost or something.
That would be cooler.
It would be
Arg.
It's because they
scarier.
heard you said you wanted to kill the miners.
Yeah.
See, I brought the joke back around.
Brought it around. I mean, do I just literally like shove my fleet? Yeah, let's roll for movement. let's not try to make a euphemism for that. Also, I'm rolling. No, I'm rolling the right amount of dice. 7, 4, 4, 3. That's an unfortunate roll.
Not great.
Yeah.
Your mothership is stuck
My m-
behind enemy lines.
Yeah, I mean, my mothership can come fight you.
Actually, you know what's funny?
What?
It's. I was gonna say it's almost cheaper to go around.
Yeah,
It's the same amount of movement.
No, this is 5. This is 4.
No. Oh, that is fine. So it is cheaper to
Yeah,
go
so
around. That's funny.
everything else is going to go through there. These are 7.
It's like one of the best rolls I could have gotten.
Only 4, so I can just go here. I think I do have to come and fight you, 0. I'm sorry. Because this guy
That's
can only
fine.
move there. And there. And that gets me rule, because now I'm at 7 to your...
Don't my cities count?
Yeah, you're right. So I just have to make sure that I can actually... I mean, once I get all the stuff there, then they can leave. You know, like I can do this. And then this.
That is a rules thing I wanted to discuss with you.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but
Like, the way I
do-
read rules, you can't do that. Basically, like you couldn't half move, right?
you can, yeah, you can be like, I'm gonna move here, and then I'm move there. But we can talk about clarifying the ruling
Yeah.
of that later. And these just have 4, so they can literally only go here. That is upsetting. Shucks. That's quite bad for me, actually. And then these guys can finish moving by going in here. She'll take 2 less, so I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll be able to do 2 damage to this.
How many dice do I roll?
You'll be rolling 5 dice versus my 3, and you'll have a significant advantage because you'll have 3 frigates versus my 1.
Isn't it 6 since I have 3 little guys?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's 6. Yeah, it's an absurd amount of dice.
I just realized you gave the mining guild 4 frigates.
Yeah. That's probably dumb. You know, I don't know.
It feels really nice to not
Feels
stop.
really good to play with them.
Miner guild makes a frigate wall. That's the strategy.
Frigate wall in an isolated planet. You can't get anywhere else. It's beautiful. It's really nice.
All right, this is what we're gonna do because I can. I'm going here with these guys, and they're gonna fight Will.
You should leave Will to me, and you should focus on the mining guild.
We went over this. If I win, which I'm severely disadvantaged dice wise, I'll do 2 damage to him.
You'll do 1 damage.
No, 1, 2,
Right.
3, 4.
Oh,
and
if
he
you put
can,
all the,
and he can block
you only
2.
had the frigate in there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was
If
like,
I took all 4 of these there instead of here, I could do 2 damage.
Could you imagine if he had gotten control of the center and put a shield array in the center?
That'd be bad. Yeah, it'd be really bad. I'm not saying they're balanced right now. I'm saying we're gonna find.
Also, I've been moaning about the pirates, but like the druids also definitely sucked.
I mean, I don't know about that.
honestly, I mean, you'll hear my thoughts, but the druids and the pirates did fine.
I don't know about pirates doing fine, but I'm gonna fight you, 0.
Yeah, go for it.
Here.
Oh wait, you're fighting. Oh, okay, here. Okay, so
Yeah.
I need these two. Right, this setup. Okay. I rolled a 1.
Ah, fuck you. I got a 2.
Getting lucky with these rolls now. Which
One,
is
two,
nice.
three, 4, and you get to decide how that gets
I
dealt.
blow up your mothership.
So you get 4 points from that, and then you get to do 1 more damage to this, and I do 2 damage to you, and you get to decide how that gets divvied up.
I take 1 less damage, unless you already calculated that.
No, I didn't. I guess I could have left this Corvette in there. That's probably what I should have done. Anyway, I'm attacking you, William.
You should attack me again.
Nah, I'm good. I need to do this.
Did you roll a 1 again?
I did on a d20.
What is wrong with you, William?
And you got a 1 as well.
There we
There
go.
are
There you
too many
go.
ones in this game. Something's wrong with the dice. The dice are all going wild this game.
So I do 4 damage to you, William, blowing you up. Victory.
I'll kill this.
Victory
You only get to do
Royale.
1
Sorry.
damage. You only get to
Alright,
do
sorry.
1 damage.
Yeah, because you have that blocking.
Well,
it's
no,
1.
you had that, so that'd be 1 damage, and then -1. You do 0 damage to me.
This does 2 damage.
Yes, halved.
Oh,
It's oftentimes
Yeah.
1, and then I block
Alright.
it.
yes.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
I did want to ask you,
Mhm. 3,
what
4, 5,
benefit
6,
does
7, 8,
that
9,
give you?
10, 11, 12. I'm being a. You have 26. I have 20. I can't effectively do any damage to the mining guild, and I don't want to hit the pirates because I'm incentivizing the pirates to go hit the mining guild. So knocking you down is the most, the best thing that I can do, basically. Blowing up a ship
Okay.
of yours.
No, I just know. So important question then.
That
So
was
losing an ally is better for you.
well, no one is my ally.
Right. So you want to attack the pirates in hopes that by attacking them they'll attack someone else. And then you want to attack me in hopes that because you don't feel strong enough to fight the mining guild.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Exactly.
No, it's fair.
No,
1,
it
2,
ma-
3,
it
4,
makes
5,
sense,
6,
it
7,
makes
8,
sense.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
It makes sense if you're taking crazy pills.
No, it makes sense if you're giving up. That's totally fine.
God.
No,
Fair,
seriously. No, look,
fair.
I have an idea. I'll go win second place because
And then I
Yeah,
can
see, this
put
I was gonna
this
do
here
a
and
race for
this here.
second place as well at this point.
These go away. I mean, what it is
so you weren't
Right now-
motivated to start the mining guild either by his attacking you.
No, no.
right now I'm in
No.
second to last is what it is, and right now you're in second place, Will. So I couldn't hit the person in first, so I might as well hit the person in second. That's all it was.
I understand.
Mhm.
All right.
Losers lose. It's fun to question all of your choices.
We've been friends for too long.
Okay, roll the suckers. Okay. I rolled another 1. Don't want to roll the 1 now. A 3.
See?
That's great. Awesome. Love that. That's a 4. That's cool. And a 4.
Yes.
Great. Love all of those.
The dice always come back.
Okay. So let's see. For 3. Okay. I only had one of those. I didn't even have to roll this. I'll just build it later. Oh, I build things. That gets built.
There you go. That's it.
Yep. And I am going to. How much did that get? 6. And that's 4. Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3. I can go there, but I can't go any further.
I forgot that I lost my mothership. I totally should have built my mothership here instead of these two, but that's fine. That would have shown Zero the like ridiculousness of like, yeah, my mothership is just here now. But I was dumb.
Hmm?
Jake, we're fighting.
Yay!
Yes, destroy each other. Good, good. Actually, no, you should really attack me.
Why?
Well, I have the weaker force here.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Why is it not going in the air? I don't know, but that's a roll.
You that was not a roll. That was you hitting
Yeah.
E or Q and them going back and forth. That's a roll.
That's everything getting highlighted and then.
Yeah, you
That's
rolled
two.
a 2, and I rolled
Cool.
a 3.
Okay, so
So
I'll
you do
do
1, 2, 3, 4 damage to me total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I do 2 damage to you. Decreased by 1 is oftentimes 1.
I would definitely, if we were playing one more round, I would definitely eat up all
Oh
your
yeah,
ships
yeah,
just
yeah.
now.
See, this is where you come in. Is people are gonna start getting damaged, and you can just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna come blow you up.
I need,
honestly, that's what scavengers and pirates are supposed to be doing, and then he just went and attacked me instead. And then I'll do my 1 damage. I was gonna do. What do I still have left? And I need to spend. Okay, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could do 8,
What?
and that does work enough for me. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do
You're just
that.
gonna
Then
blow that
end of
up.
my turn, I'll spend of my money. I'm just saying that all of these. Oh no, I have 2 motherships that I'll need to come back.
What?
Not motherships, frigates.
Right, a total of 6, which you cannot build 2 of. You can only build a max
No.
of 5 total.
Not according to the new rules you wrote, which say,
Mhm.
oh no, because it's at my home base.
Right.
If I had a scrapyard, I could build as much as I want with scrap.
It's still only 5 credits or scrap worth a turn.
Yeah, it says that on there.
Your rules are conflicting
Well, this is
from
what
between here and the
right.
rules
That's
in
why
here.
that's why I clarified it on the board.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a lot of That's frustrating to have the rules be conflicting.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I deeply apologize, William.
yeah, because like you said, you updated the main rules and then you did it.
He lied.
I lied. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He doesn't sound sorry.
Sometimes I think of things while
Red-
I'm writing things down, and be like, that should be clarified, and I assume
this
that
was
you're
how it was
just reading
written.
those.
This
Yeah.
is how it was written 2 weeks ago, and then
Mhm.
you changed new things.
I changed a lot.
So I thought that you had changed it back on the main rule document because
Oh,
it used
yeah.
to be consistent and now it's not consistent.
That's weird, actually.
Okay.
It
Anyway,
doesn't matter. I get coins. I'll use.
1, 2,
So
3.
ignoring
The game is over, so I'm not spending any money, so I can get the most coins possible.
There you
So
go.
I think you
Three.
get second place.
4,
27.
9.
Hell yeah.
I only get third place because Endgamer accidentally blew himself up on
17.
my ships.
I technically had advantage there, kind of. It was close to me having advantage.
It was close. It was close. I mean, I would have been in last place had you not lost that fight.
It was a close battle.
I win.
Yay! Do you actually? 42 to 41? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I win
Because you didn't build anything.
because I didn't build on my last turn. Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Nice.
I
See,
did say that we hypothetically could finish this later, in which case you'd be very sad.
I told you I wasn't the biggest threat.
I mean, in
Mm.
fairness, I did build on my last turn. I used 4 scrap tokens to build on my last turn.
That's true. You did. Yeah, definitely some balancy stuff that needs to happen. I'm not gonna lie about that. But the map creation worked a lot better than last time, which is really what was important.
Not to be too argumentative, but it did exactly the same thing to the mining guild that happened last time. It didn't change anything about the mining guild.
But I did that on purpose because I had the opportunity here. He had already explored that. I had the opportunity to do that, and I intentionally made the decision to do this. So, at least there was like before people were like very easily able to like block off this area and not have people come through, and that was harder for him to do at least, and he chose not to. So I'm calling that a win. How do we like the defensive damage?
It was kind of whatever.
Kind of whatever, or like you would preferred it without it, or you thought that it added something, or it felt like in the game we played last week, 2 weeks ago, that it was very like all or nothing, where you just like came in and you just blew stuff up, or you got totally blown out, and then you were like,
I
oh,
will say, as a person who lost to 3 or 4 ones in a row, it is nice to not be like, "Oh, great, well, so I watched half of my fleet go away, and I had no impact on the board."
right,
Doing a little bit of defensive damage, it wasn't a lot of defensive damage, so it didn't feel good, but I can imagine it feeling worse, right? I can imagine feeling
right.
worse without it.
Right. And it
Yeah.
also led to some of these situations where it's like, oh, now something that went in and technically won is now damaged, and somebody else can come and start picking stuff off
Yes.
more easily. Interesting. I'm gonna let Zero Gamer go first.
So I do see now, like once ships start to get like battling and like battle rocked and damage starts to happen, I can see coming in and sweeping and getting like easy picks.
hmm
I can see that now. It's one of those things where they just have a slow early game and then
Yeah.
they can accelerate a little bit more later on.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, when the combat was slightly different and a lot of stuff was different, but the main ability of the pirates was the same. That oftentimes happened where they would like be dragging behind, and then the last two turns they would get like 20 points worth of ship damage,
Yeah.
of ship points, just like out of nowhere. Because they're like, well, I go in and I blow up this entire fleet, and then I blow up this entire fleet, and then I go in and on my other turn I blow up another two fleets, and oh, look at that, I'm in the running and or winning. So they're very very bursty for sure.
Yeah. Like after that last turn where like not just like I did some good attacking, but you also failed at your attacking, I'm like, okay,
Mm.
that's giving me. But like that's the thing too, is like had you not blown yourself up on attacking me, I'd be even further behind.
Right, but I made tactically, hypothetically, the correct decision in attacking you.
No,
Like,
you didn't.
yeah,
We all agree that was a bad decision.
no, statistically, this I win this statistically because if you can break it down almost exactly where two frigates is equal to one mothership, and then it's like four corvettes is equal to one frigate. So statistically, I win this, especially because I'm attacking.
Um, maybe I can kind of see that. Yeah.
I've seen the math graphs that it is true.
Okay.
Yes, I have I have
In
done
that
math.
battle, statistically, he does have and being the attacker, it is more likely to go his way than not.
Right.
But
I have like I'd have to go look at the math graphs for that specific interaction, but I probably have like a 60-ish, 65-ish% chance of winning that battle.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's as long as I'm attacking and doing fine, it's fine.
Mhm.
But I'm still just thinking about like yeah, I guess it's fine they have a little bit slow at the beginning. But I guess the main thing, and I was talking about like comparing with scavengers.
Mhm.
So the pirates and scavengers have a very similar ability, which is they blow ships up and then they get a resource.
Mm.
And then sort of like the plus minus of that is my resource is just cold hard cash.
Right.
win con.
Which is the win con,
But
yes.
but I have to win enough to make up for the money deficit I have.
Right.
Whereas with the scavengers, they just get like it can turn straight into ships. Like sure, he can have an excess of scrap that doesn't do anything.
Right. If he's not
But
getting blown up,
he's
then
also not missing out on money. And also if he does get blown up, he has an easier way to come back.
Mhm.
So I have a counter to that, but it's not my turn.
Yeah. We'll get to you, Will. Also,
just-
Exactly, that's the thing.
all of his ships are damaged when they're built right off the bat,
Right.
and yours are not. So,
That's true. Also, the two D20s, while I guess mathematically, theoretically, not super great,
yeah, they are.
did work out really well for Will.
Yes, law of large numbers wise, they are mathematically like not super significant, but I could see doing only the 2 when attacking and 1 when defending or something like that. Yeah, he did roll an absurd amount of 1s on d20s. That was dumb.
I will say more ones were rolled against me than I rolled.
That is also true, but it also just statistically odd that it just so happened to be on those times that you rolled those ones that we also rolled ones.
Mm-hmm.
Any
Ones were big on this game.
Ones were very big on this game. Why did you think that my brain? You were saying that you thought that the druids were not good also. Did you come around
Well,
on them by the end, you think? On the
no,
fact
not
that I
really.
could have instead of these 2, I could have done this.
I mean, if you had done that, I would be like, oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like this is where I should have ended, basically.
but you're also missing out on just like all the orbital platform stuff, and
Mhm.
I don't know, some of that stuff seems really good.
Yeah, a
Like
lot of it is very good.
better for others than others, but like this repair facility for the
Mhm.
scavengers basically negates one of their entire abilities.
Right. I mean,
Uh,
also the number I threw on a repair facility, I just was like, 3, and we'll see how
Again,
that works. So
Hold on that comment.
I
Big
know. I'm
thing
not
to
saying
say.
I'm going to change it. I'm just saying it
No,
could
big. I'm
hypothetically
saying
be
on Zero's
changed.
comment.
Yeah.
Big thing to say about it negating my ability or not.
Yeah.
not like
Um,
fully negating it, but it helped. It
it
helped.
definitely helped. But okay. So that's good to know that this might have swayed you slightly. Me being able to put a mothership right in the middle of the board and letting it move. I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'll get
Is this like a free thing, and then you would have been able to spend 5 to build stuff?
No, that would be my build for the turn is this. Instead of my build for the turn being like this, my build for the turn is
It's
this.
so you would just lose that. Oh, because you only construct once per game. No, I think that is bad.
Hmm.
Because let's say for instance, like this guy was destroyed, and then also I don't know, like one of your frigates was destroyed. Like let's just say you were at a ship deficit.
Right.
One turn you get 1 ship, and then I don't know, like 3 people have turn and they blow up 2 more of your ships.
Yeah,
And
it's
then you
entirely
have 1
possible.
ship
If
on the
people
board,
were
and then oh, you have the mothership again, but oh, they just blow it up again. You have no real.
well, that's where you have to play like if everyone's teaming up on you in any of this, you're screwed no matter what.
I mean, that's fair, but
But
it's
also
still
you do have the option to be like, okay, I don't need to do my mothership. I can do this, and then actually have ships. I do see where you're coming from though, where it's maybe there could be there's definitely some balancing that still needs to be done. I don't think it's perfect in any way, shape, or form, but
right.
it could be some slightly different way. The whole idea is that they're supposed to be kind of like slow at building stuff, but they can build it wherever the hell they want to. But there might need to be some extra buffs in there somewhere, depending on how much they're getting.
I think I've said everything I have to say for now.
All right, Freak.
I actually think that Will should go first since they have something that relates to Zero's argument. if that's
Okay, yeah. You can counter arguments, counselor.
Yep.
Sure. So, all right. So I heard a lot of the statements made about scavengers, so I just want to walk through the
I
scavenger card
I hear how that makes you feel.
as I saw it. So basically, okay. So look at this. All your ships are constructed as derelict is a negative. Getting scrap tokens considered positive, and using the scrap tokens to construct as a positive can construct any number of times at the scrapyard, but limited to how many ships you can build.
Right. You're still
Um,
only getting to
and
do 5. Yeah.
is a plus, and then the fleet's rolling additional stuff is a plus. So
Mhm.
because of the ships being constructed as derelict, you are overwhelmingly motivated to turn your first orbital into a repair facility. Like
Mhm.
almost without question, you're building your first orbital as a repair facility
Mhm.
because you can't keep up with everyone else
Right.
otherwise. So then your second orbital is the first time you get a chance to build a scrapyard,
Which is what you really want to build.
which is what you really want in order for your faction to work. So let's look at the tiles that I flipped. I got an orbital.
Yeah.
So that's part of that's luck of the draw. Part of
Mhm.
that's luck of the draw. But even if I had gotten a second one, chances are it was going to be, if it were here, useless.
Mhm.
Here, useless. Regardless of where the paths are. The
Right.
3 closest to my home planet, the orbital putting a repair facility there is meaningless. Arguably.
Salvage yard. Yeah. Yeah.
Or salvage
You would really have wanted it like here or here.
or here if they were connected,
Mhm.
but basically anywhere in this second row.
Yeah.
Anywhere
would
that's
be
not
better.
right next to the home planet.
Exactly. So now I have to you have to put your ships, which are derelict, into the middle of the board and hope to hold on to
Just
that
hope.
one orbital all game to make your faction do the only thing it's really meant to do, because almost everything else besides rolling 2d20s is a negative. Everything else about the scavengers is a negative, because even though you get scrap tokens, let's be honest, you need to have ships to build to do it,
Right.
which means you need to die,
Right. Your
which is
stuff is dying fast.
which is
Hypothetically.
only useful if you have a repair facility out in the middle of everything.
Right.
Because otherwise, you're getting demolished faster than you can use the repair facility, or not the repair facility, faster
scrap.
than you can use the scrap to actually be out somewhere for it to be useful. So,
Mhm.
personal opinion, the scavengers don't work the way they're supposed to, because they can't use their scrap and repair and scrapyard, junkyard. It's salvage yard. It's called things in
Yeah.
different places.
Yeah.
Effectively, their main ability cannot be effectively used in a game that involves interaction in the first 2 turns or three turns. Maybe it may take like third turn, maybe if they can go 3 turns with no interaction.
Yeah. I mean, I hypothetically really only get usage out of mine on the second turn also.
Yours isn't reliant on being left alone for the entire game.
Right.
Once mine's out, you kill it. Like, okay,
I
they
mean,
got
but
the one scrapyard.
you're building there then. Like if there was one here and you would build 5 ships worth of things there hypothetically then. So someone would have to come in, not only get here, but then fight through a fleet of 5 rank
2
it
ships.
worth.
2 ships.
2 to 3 ships, yes.
On average, 2 ships. 2.3 ships.
Yes. I mean,
Which are derelict.
which are derelict. Yes.
I will say, I think
Versus yours, which is you build
Wherever I want.
1.7 ships
Mhm.
wherever you want.
But I don't get
And you
any
can
of
basically
these.
say, at the beginning I build here,
Mhm.
then I build here, then I build here, 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 here,
Mhm.
here, and now you're constantly building, and you can switch which one it is. This
Mhm.
one gets attacked.
Mhm.
Cool, I'm building here now. No, now I can take a step back. I have one scrapyard,
Mhm.
and it's dependent on there being a
Right. I mean,
orbital, and it's dependent on not getting attacked.
I mean, to be honest, the building at the scrapyard is like from my point of view, was like an extra add-on. It's more that you get to build your ships for free, basically, as long as you've been killing stuff.
I was gonna say, it's only, again, it's the same problem with the pirates. So it only works if you're attacking and winning.
Right. Right.
Which if you take the pirates, for example, the pirates, if they win 50% of the time,
Mhm.
net positive. If the scavengers win 50% of the time, net negative. I have to win more often than I lose to do anything. And I'm not even getting coins. The pirates are at 50-50 and getting coins.
Right.
I'm at 40-60 and not even getting money out of it. Not even getting WinCon out of it.
Right, but you're getting free ships.
I'm getting I'm getting limited free ships that are all the way back at my home planet, and I have to roll well on movement and then also roll well on combat.
Mhm.
Basically, it's not. I feel as though, like Zero said, pirates and scavengers are very close, and having them play against each other reflects how different they can be at being successful. Pirates need to roll well. Everyone needs to roll well,
Right.
but if they roll badly, then they can survive a half a turn longer. Scavengers can't survive, and they don't even get money out of good rolls. They get
Mhm.
ships, which are worth nothing
Do
in
you
the end.
Okay, I mean, here's the hypothetical, which we talked about before we played.
Mhm.
Do you think being derelict being basically 50% and then 25% of the health of the ships that are spawned
Hmm.
is significantly impacting it versus them being like 30%, 30%, and then like whatever a fifth and a sixth is. Like if the ships had like four, 3, 4, 5, 6 health as opposed to having 2, 2, 4, 4, because then quote unquote being derelict wouldn't be, these guys wouldn't be at 50% health when they were spawned. They'd be at 2/3% health.
So I think that while that would benefit the scavengers in terms of survivability, it
Hmm.
would hurt them in ability to get scrap.
To kill other things. Yeah. I
To
mean,
get
I
scrap. So
honestly
there's
felt like it
it
worked.
effectively doesn't make a huge
Right.
difference in the final numbers of how
Right.
often they win and how often they'll get scrap.
Right. All right. I was honestly, other than Zero getting blown out in that very first battle, I was pretty okay with the amount of things that were dying and how and obviously this, but we'll get to you in a second, freak. Um,
Okay.
I was relatively happy with the amount of things that were dying between the three of us
Yeah.
on
I
average.
I think, at least from my perspective, for the scavengers, there's
Mhm.
2 easy fixes.
Okay.
One, they just start with more ships. Like they're I feel like they're supposed to be leaning more towards the swarm type enemy.
Hmm.
Weaker ships, more ships,
Right.
but that's
Yeah.
not really the
I mean,
case.
of note,
If I I
I'm
had
raising my hand. Not that any of you can see me. Of note, I rank wise, most of the factions right now are about the same, quote unquote, rank wise in when their entire fleet is out. But I also tended to have everything be relatively the same. You know, like I've replaced a mothership with like a frigate and an extra interceptor for the mining guild, and I think other than that, I think we all have basically the same fleets. So I could play with like more drastic composition of fleets, and that I think
The,
that's the
the
next
Michael
step.
has 2 more frigates than all of us.
Does he? Yeah, he does. It's
Yeah, and I think I heard Zero saying not just same number of ships, different distribution. I think Zero said like everyone has 6 ships, scavengers have 10.
Yeah, literally that.
right,
Or
right,
like
right,
including
right,
including reserve scavengers have one
right.
and a half times everybody else.
Right. Of note, like I'm just thinking through all of the math because there's a lot of math going on in the background that I haven't necessarily talked about. Like I have everyone starting with 4 ships just for exploration purposes, but hypothetically maybe those if fleets start being more drastically asymmetric, that might just need to be rank based, in which case like yeah, the scavengers might literally start with like 8 ships out, whereas the pirates might only start with like 4,
I'm not even
or
sure if
something
they
like
need to
that.
start with more out, but they definitely need to have more in reserves.
Right. And it that is a possibility that yeah, it's not that even then going and saying, okay, most factions have 20 total rank if they have their full fleet, that yes, the scavenger maybe have 25 or 30 total because they have quote unquote weaker ships. Yeah. Entirely possible.
I guess I would maybe take a step back and say what is it scavengers are supposed to be doing
Hmm.
and just evaluate if they
Right.
are
Right. I mean,
doing that or not.
hypothetically, the scavengers and the pirates are supposed to be kind of two sides of the same coin. Whereas the scavengers are supposed to be like weak ships that you get stuff for, and then you can build free ships, but not a lot of downside other than that. Like they have weak ships that are free, basically, as long as you're winning. And the pirates have stronger ships that are not free, but they get less money from their home planet. So as
Really,
long hypothetically, you know.
right. So, like, really, in my eyes, the pirates are like there's classical pirates. They're opportunistic
Hmm.
is the best way to use them.
Right.
The scavengers
Are as well.
don't.
That's how they're supposed to. That's theoretically how they're supposed to work. You're supposed to. That's and that's what I'm hearing. Scavengers and pirates are supposed to sit back, wait for weak ships that are alone, go in and just grab them.
Right.
and that's what I'm saying is like them being two sides of the same coin to me doesn't work because the pirates will sit, wait, grab, get win con. The scavengers will sit, wait, and get more ships. Which
Right.
on the one, like in theory, that helps you win more, but what does win more do for the scavengers? Get more ships.
Right. Which is
So
where
I'll
I
get more
think
ships
which is
to
where I
win more.
think which is where I think Zero makes a good point that maybe their total rank of their whole fleet ends up being larger. Like it could be that you know, hold on. Let me just do a save state of this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I have one other idea for the scavengers
Yeah,
as well.
but like because it's been a long time and it's a long night. I'm trying to figure out exactly what your fleet looks like. Sorry, when it's full. Should be 10 ships.
I'm gonna pull mine off the board too, just so you can look at them.
Right. So like it could be that your full fleet might look, like this, which would be, quite a bit more ships than other people have. Even if they're quote unquote weaker. Flip. There we go.
I could be wrong, but I think I have 9 ships.
You might have 9 ships because you have 4 corvettes as opposed to most people have 3 corvettes and 4 intercept and or more interceptors. Yeah. So
But like if we put them next to each other too.
yeah. Also, I just gave you 3 new ships.
Yeah, I
Put
know.
those to the side, but yeah. Yeah. This is what we were playing. This versus this. And if this was added on top of that, that would be a pretty big difference. And it's something we could test.
Yeah, and it felt like, and maybe it was this game, but it felt like I got scrap tokens in the first battle and then never got scrap tokens again. And
Mhm.
it wasn't because I did anything wrong as a player.
Mhm.
I just it like when what do I do? I'm losing battles. I can't get scrap tokens to build more things.
Yeah.
And
Right,
So
which is
so
which is why they have the 2 D20s. It's supposed to
yeah.
be a little bit like they are better at fighting. They're just
So
weak.
so I've got a suggestion.
Yes.
So you've
Go.
got all these scrap tokens, right?
Mhm.
Scavengers don't collect them for beating ships. Scrap tokens just drop in whenever a ship gets destroyed, and they can go collect them.
Could be that. Yeah.
And then it doesn't
Now,
become 2, it just becomes 1 times.
1x, yeah.
I mean,
It
you can
works.
do whatever you want, but yeah, like let's say we have a like me and Endgame, we have like a big battle in the middle here,
Right, and like
and like
oh,
I come out on top again, so I blow up like
right.
I blow up like 1 or 2 of his ships,
Right, and 4 scrap just fall out and then you're like,
and
"Oh yeah, I'm
I
going to shoot
can't
it."
do anything with that scrap. It's just scrap floating around. You shoot an interceptor in there, pick it up.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. You'll have to decide on how you want to collect it, but yeah,
Mhm.
it gives you a chance to explore a little bit more,
Mhm.
and like if there's battles happening somewhere, you can move in there and rebuild your ships. Hell, maybe you can even say you could build directly from scrap wherever it is.
Yeah, instead of the salvage yard, it could be that or something like that. Like,
That way, you're less reliant on that, and you're more like, ah, there was a big battle here. I'll go build a couple ships, and then we'll have another big hoo-ha.
mm, yeah. Yeah, make them like more directly asymmetrical. Yeah. Because I do see that right now they're kind of designed to be the 2 sides of the coin where they're like slightly asymmetrical. It's like I'm getting this, but this and this and this,
Yeah.
and it could be like, okay, I'm gonna play like I am getting free stuff and you're getting free stuff, but I'm getting it in a totally different way. Mine's on the board, you're getting it directly. I'm getting
Right.
when I get my free stuff, I can build wherever that free stuff is, whereas yours is, just build them back at the capital.
And given the pirates' ability to like distribute the damage as they choose when they win,
Mm,
that felt really bad as a scavenger to
mm,
watch the pirates win in a battle and go, okay, I'm going to target this thing that gets me the most coins. And then
mm,
I won in a battle against you, and you went, I'm going to just distribute the damage so you get nothing.
right. Hmm.
Like that felt really bad.
Right. Yeah, which I mean is a little bit like that might be where having the more ships comes in, where you need to be able to stack the amount of damage more to your liking. Like
Yeah.
that is a little bit of the game, is like looking at your fleet and then looking at their fleet and being like, okay, how much damage can I actually do to this? Because like that's like when I was gonna go in here, I was like, wait, he's gonna soak up one, and then his corvettes are gonna soak up another one, and so
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a
I'm
reason I
literally
didn't
I'm
even
literally
look
just
at.
gonna do 2 damage to this, and he had 3 frigates and I had 1 frigate and a corvette, or one
Yeah,
frigate and an interceptor, and I was like, no, I'm not going in there. Like that's not happening. Like
there's a reason we all just pretended orange didn't exist in this game. Like they're
yes,
effectively invincible.
right.
Oh yeah, no, the mining guild needs to get attacked very early on, and so it was funny to me that everyone was like, "All right, let's fight within ourselves, the aggressive ones, and let the defensive one like hurdle the entire game." When that's literally what happened the last time we played, and like I did it, and I'm like, "Look, turtling works if you don't touch me," and like, all right, next time we got to attack the mining guild, and y'all didn't.
Well, to
You
be
just straight
fair,
forgot. You just fully forgot to
I
do it.
did not forget. I fought him once. I'm the only one who did. Everyone
You
else,
fought one ship once.
and I was extremely victorious.
I don't know about extremely.
I mean, I think it just goes to show that you have to be more aggressive when you're placing things against them. Like I should have done this
Mhm.
so that I could have like this.
Yeah, no, letting someone only be able to be attacked on one
Right.
front is a huge advantage to them, regardless of the faction.
Right. Right. It's always a
Because
huge advantage, and
this
and
is
it's going
always going
and
to
it's
work
going to
well.
happen sometimes, but at least like in a against a normal faction, be like, okay, they're gonna soak up one of the hits. But okay, if I take a big enough fleet in there, and then someone else brings a big enough fleet in there, we can blow it up. Or okay, yes, they might be able to be locked off, but they only have 5 planets to my 7 planets, so we're fine. The fact that they can then just be like, well, 5 planets is plenty for me. I can just
Hmm.
mine these 5 planets, no big deal. I think part of that is the number of these that they get. I think that this needs to be equal to either like the number of players or the number of enemies, and then I think they should not be able to mine their capital. Like you're getting 5 from that. You don't get you don't get a free. You're mining your capital to the maximum of efficiency. You can start
Like
mining
you already
others.
have miners in your capital mining there. Like
Right.
you can't tell them to work double; they'll revolt.
You
They'll
cannot
die.
squeeze anything else out of them. Yeah. So
I
like
think you could make it too so that it's they can't just mine with any old ship. Maybe they need at least the capital ship there
yeah,
to
I
mine.
that was literally the next thing I was gonna say is that it has to be a capital ship that's doing it. Yeah, that I think that was the intention in my brain when I gave them this many frigates. That I was like, oh yeah, they have to use the capital ships to be mining. But then I think that got lost somewhere, and then I was like, yeah, they get
Also,
6
if
of
I saw
these.
this
Yeah.
army of 4 frigates walking up on me, what do I do about that?
Yeah, this is maybe too many. This is probably enough.
That's closer to better, at least so because they don't have the mothership.
Right. They don't have their mothership gets replaced with a frigate, and then they should have. I
I
think
mean,
overall
honestly,
fleet composition needs to.
I'm trying
be
to think.
moved.
So, given the composition with the frigates as is, if you
Mhm.
had 2 frigates here, 2 frigates here, 1 corvette here, 1 corvette here,
It's
and
not
maybe
absurd. It's just
interceptor.
when
Like
they start
you would
piling all at
literally
once.
just do this. You say, okay, I'm gonna mine here and mine here constantly. Put
Mhm.
a mining rig here, so I'm getting an extra 3 just sitting here, and it's still extremely difficult to get through
Mhm.
this unless 2 opponents attack you at the same time.
Yeah. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I mean.
Because plus you build the city that's now you can't walk through it except with a
Mm,
bunch of interceptors.
right.
You kind of need a mothership to break into here. So
I mean, that's
again, which
something
she
we
doesn't
also
have,
didn't like
but
explore quite a lot, and I think that might come about more when we have a little bit more of fleet asymmetry of people being like, okay, well, like I only have 3 interceptors, and I know Zero has slightly less interceptors also, but being like just like, all right, well, great, I'm gonna go here. Like,
also,
come fight
yeah.
me,
Oh,
you know?
yeah. There's
'Cause
this kind of like weird thing with the motherships as
mm,
well. Where
yes.
so their special ability is that if they're by themselves, they get both their dice to move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which feels good in like like kind of like theory. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, I don't actually want my mothership to be with any other ships, so I want it to be on its own, exploring because it gets to build an extra thing and move a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always going to be away from like my actual fighting force,
Mm-hmm.
at least at the start of the game.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I want to be aggressive with it. It's my best attacking ship by far.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like that is to help it get to the center, and then it starts fighting, and it has to be slowly moving around. That's
But
the
it's
idea,
also the
basically.
thing where if like it's like whatever, it's like down here or whatever. If I just happen to have some like random like corvettes and interceptors stuck in the middle here just because I rolled badly, and I try to move this up, well, that next turn, oh well, too bad. It only rolls 1d4 and then that's it.
Hmm.
It just gets gridlocked because there's one interceptor.
Right, which is like okay, maybe you have to go around the other way. But I mean, the abilities not cemented right now. But I so far I have not. That's the first time someone has complained about the mothership ability. Like, wait, I get to move farther with this, but I do see there is some amount of downside to it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. It's like
Yeah,
it's just that it encourages one type of play over another, but
yeah. It's just more like it needs to be able to get into the center than to then start actually fighting. And
yes.
otherwise, if it can always move far, it's bad.
Yeah.
And if it can always not move far, that's also bad.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's probably fine. I'm probably just overthinking it
yeah.
slightly.
I mean,
But
it might get adjusted where it's like as long as it's in a fleet of only your ships, then it can, and then like people could start like people could if you ended your turn here, someone could muck you up by being like, all right, fine, I'm gonna go here. Now you can't double move with that. That could be something that we
maybe.
play with, but all right, well, uh, Freak, did you have any other thoughts?
I did have a few thoughts on the Mining Guild. I wrote
Yes.
a couple of them down on
Oh,
here.
look at that! He actually took notes.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
that.
So I was like, I'm not trying to recommend like do all of these
Hmm.
things at the same time, but I did notice like game feel wise, like I agree about the pirates. The pirates kind of do get a little screwed with like their capital only providing 3 in some spots. But I
Hmm.
think like the mining guild would actually be in a better place with only the 3. And with your suggestion of not being able to mine the capital, I think
Hmm.
combining those two, it will sort of force you to move outwards to try to gain more money to make up for that loss. So you're not just sitting in your own spot.
Right.
Next, I also thought maybe because remember that one fight where I had one Corvette and then you had a whole fleet
Hmm.
and it just barely got
Just
through.
barely died. Yeah.
I don't think the passive armor buff is a great one in situations like that. I
Yeah.
think
I mean,
maybe
honestly, after this game, I think that the movement nerf is enough. The movement nerf versus getting more money is enough of a balance that they
yeah,
don't need the armor. I
yeah,
liked the idea of a slow moving armored fleet. And
but they
but
just don't move is the problem.
right, and I feel like I can do of these 3 abilities, I could do 2 of them
Mhm.
basically. Like I could choose slow and you get money, or slow and you're armored, or you get money and you're armored, but not all 3. All 3 is just too powerful. So, um, I I think I would prefer the slow and you get money because I think that that's more flavorful than
Mhm.
being armored and getting money.
Yeah,
Um, and then maybe somewhere down the line I can come up with a different faction that is armored and does something else.
almost like a nomadic force, all
Right,
about moving and gaining money based off that movement. Yeah,
right,
I could see that.
or just the Crusaders, getting that instead of healing or something like that. But
Yeah, yeah. I also had a suggestion about the the orbit. The what are these called?
the
Orbital
orbital
platform.
platforms, yeah.
So you can go 2 directions with them, really,
Mhm.
if you are willing to change how they are. And
Mhm.
if you want it to be very turtly,
Mhm.
you could remove the mining relay to get rid of another one of their resources for collecting that mass amount of money, and give
Mhm.
them a shield relay or another orbit platform.
Mhm.
in order to sort of balance that out.
Right.
Or you can reinforce that movement by removing the shield relay, so it's not a crutch on like a defensive front, and
Mhm.
adding another mining relay to make them really want to go out and find those orbital platform places and defend multiple points throughout the board.
Yeah. I mean, it's not something that I've thought of yet. So far, everyone just has the same orbital platforms,
Mhm.
and it is an asymmetric knob that I could turn hypothetically of being like, oh yeah, the mining guild, like maybe instead of having a bunch of these mining rigs, they have just a bunch of these mining rigs, and that's like the only orbital platforms they have, or something crazy like that, where they need to go and start holding specific places that have orbital rigs to actually get the extra money. But um, so that is a bit of asymmetry that could get done. I mean, for now, I kind of want them all to be the same, just because it makes my mathing and dealing with other asymmetries easier. But
Understandable, yeah.
it's definitely an option that could actually work really well. Of just being like, oh, everyone has slightly different orbital rig or orbital platform options available to them. Maybe the pirates literally have just weapons platforms or something like that.
That'd be wild.
That
It's just
insane.
giant guns floating in space all over the place.
Their ships are just shaped like guns, like Megatron.
Right, exactly.
Actually, yeah,
Literally like a
building
giant gun.
on that idea, like if we use the idea of, say, like the scrap tokens are like distributed all over the place,
Mm,
if you can't just build directly from them, if the scavengers have like no repair facilities, but a whole bunch of um,
right. They have like 4 salvage
salvage yards,
yards, and they're
they can
like,
just drop salvage yards everywhere they go. Now, I mean, it's still a little bit difficult because you have to sit on a space long enough to get it.
right.
But if they are just dropping that everywhere, and then it's easier for them to get scrap tokens, you're just
Mm,
shooting little useless dying ships out that can't heal themselves.
right, right.
I
Yeah,
actually
that.
had an interesting question for you about the mining guild, like philosophically, game wise speaking,
Yeah.
which is, and it's not just the mining guild, but that's the only one I really played. What do you think the mining guild should be able to win if they don't engage in combat? Not by a lot, but should the mining guild be able to say, all right, 5 spaces or 4 spaces?
Hmm.
If I like, how much should they be able to say, I won't touch my opponents and my opponents don't touch me, I
Right.
win?
Right, and
But
that's where like I think they had too many of these, because the idea would be like if they just held on to these 5, they could maybe come close to keeping pace with us, but would not be able to win. That they would need to kind of expand at least to a full like 7 or 6.
okay, so you don't want the defensive factions to be able to only defend in order to win. Defensive
Right.
factions must be offensive in order to win.
Not that they must be offensive, but they do need to expand. They can't just sit on like your original 4 plus 1. Like you start with 4 basically, that you can expand, that your initial one and the first 3 that you start with. The idea should be that you should need like at least 6, because that's like kind of a quarter-ish of the board. That you need at least 6 to be like keeping pace with people, and then if you want to be winning, you have to kind of keep expanding out from there. The defensiveness is not I'm going to turtle and then win. The defensiveness is I'm going to expand slightly less than all of you, and it's going to be harder to push me back. Does that make sense?
Sort of, yeah. So the idea is the defensive is about holding ground, that they don't have to expand as far. For an
Right.
aggressive to win, they need to cross the entire. They need
Right.
to
They
get
got they
to
have
the
to go
midpoint and then
as
some.
right. They have to go as far as they possibly can and be aggressively blowing up other stuff. Whereas the defensive should be able to be like, all right, I've expanded to my 6 or 7 spots, and now I can kind of just sit there. But they should not be able to be like, well, I expanded to 1 space and now I win
Yeah,
handily.
and that's,
It's like,
and I guess that's what I'm asking is that philosophically, I feel like you need to know your answer to how
mhm,
many sectors does a defensive have to,
right,
on average, rule across the game to be on par with, maybe not win, but be within, like,
right. And I
three
would and I
points
would
of
say
winning.
to be on par, my aim is 6.
Okay.
to be handily winning 7. Because if you have 7, that's more than quarter of the board.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, and I think that is definitely would be impacted by them only having 4 or 3 mining rigs, or being forced to put them into actual like orbital platforms.
Freak, did you finish up all your thoughts from your
Yeah,
your
I'm
card?
sorry. We started talking over each
Sorry,
other.
I got went off on.
I'm more of a listener than talker, so that's all right. That's all right. I'm pretty much done with it. I did have like an additional note that didn't fit on the card of just like when I was playing as the mining guild, it really didn't feel like I was playing the same game as you guys.
Hmm.
Because in certain regards, I am sort of sitting in one spot. I'm watching you guys fly around, having all these combats, and there's no incentive for me to want to move out, like you guys just discussed. So I
Mhm.
really did feel like, sure, I'm making a ton of money, and I'm currently like a threat to the board, but in what way, really, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And it just, it's why I can't really provide notes on how I felt about your guys' stuff, because your guys' stuff didn't really affect my board state too
Right.
often, and I didn't really interact with your board state
Right,
too
and I
often.
think this rotation would have changed that a lot. And
It
that
could
that
have.
was on me, honestly. I should have done that because then I could have, been starting to do this. And if I had taken out this city, you would have been forced to come and start attacking me, as opposed to
But
you
in
just getting
yeah,
extra money off of that every
in the
turn.
same note, strategically speaking, it would have been more advantageous for me to do this
Right. Right.
and just cut everything, right? If I had chosen to do that,
Mhm.
which is the for this guild is the most advantageous
Mhm.
thing to do, then I would just be playing this one point, and no players would have any way to really
Right, which is what
attack.
we did run into and talk about at the end of
Mhm.
last game, is that it was relatively easy to do that sort of thing, and I tried to fix a little bit with this. I mean, some things it might be that if I mean hypothetically, if you're weaker, then I don't need to worry about that because the idea would be that if you cut yourself off like this, that you're stuck to these 5 sectors and that you just lose. That.
Well, I also did have like one note on planet rotation too, which
Mhm.
is a heavy maybe. I capitalized that on the card
Mhm.
too, but like maybe some way for other players to affect the rotation of your planets, so you
Mhm.
can't just I have
That
one path.
a
Mhm.
note like that or similar to it comes up every time I play this game.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to allow rotation. There is we've talked back and forth kind of on like if
Which is
you
understandable.
right if like you had not flipped this yet, that when you flipped it that you would have to connect if you could
Mhm.
is an option. So then you're just choosing okay, okay, I can do this. And if people start turtling too much and they're still winning, then I'll do that. Right now what I'm trying to aim for is make it so factions, if a faction does lock themselves off to just these 3,
Mhm.
or I mean these 5 or even these 6, that they're just basically barely keeping pace with you because they've locked themselves off to 6, whereas we all have all of these that we can divide kind of evenly. So on average, we'll just be getting more money than you. So
Understandable, yeah.
hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Right. I mean, I also think at some point there'll probably be a faction that can jump distances that can just be
That would
like,
be fun.
I'm just gonna, and it might be like, oh, they have to go, like, they could go from here to here, but not from here to here, or something like that. They'd have to have a jumping off point or something, but.
That's why I felt like the capital may be making a little bit less money per turn.
Hmm.
Because we had 4 turns, I would be 80 down right now,
Hmm.
and I would only be at 330 on my 5 planets. But if I had that 6th planet or 5th planet, like or sixth,
Hmm.
7th planet, like you said, I would be on an even playing field or at
Hmm.
an advantage.
Right. I
So.
mean, the only reason that I would say no to that is that the
Mhm.
idea is that these guys are supposed to be good at mining. So them getting less from their capital, flavor wise doesn't work. That's why the pirates are getting less. They're just like not
Yeah.
as good at governing. So,
I think my flavor
but
interpretation is just different from yours. I get
right,
it. Like,
right. So, but I think that's where hopefully
mhm.
some amount of debuffing all of their ridiculous amounts of buffs should hopefully bring it into a similar line as that, basically.
I know it's getting late,
Anyway,
but I thought of a couple more loose thoughts.
yes, Will, if you need to go, you can go.
I get it. I'm doing math in my head while I listen to you guys about stuff.
How much
All right,
how much sleep you're gonna get? Um,
couple loose thoughts then.
Go
Okay,
zero.
warp gates. I know you changed the warp gates.
uh-huh.
It was fine. It was whatever. The main thing I was thinking in my head is another way you could do it is instead of giving +2 movement, is you could remove the movement costs from this tile, or essentially set them all to 0.
Possible.
Just an idea.
Mhm.
Second thought. Oh, Will brought this up earlier actually with just like the way the pirates distribute their damage.
Mhm.
It doesn't. I can definitely imagine like if you're the defender or like the loser in the situation with the pirates, it just always feels bad.
Mhm.
Because like I just laser target your best ship and they're just gone. You know,
Mhm.
like I get why it's like that. You know, it's what the pirates supposed to do to destroy ships and
Mhm.
get money and stuff like that. But especially if you're like it's your turn and you're attacking and then you lose.
Mhm.
So on defensive, I'm doing that. It can't be good.
Right. I
So
mean,
I'm just wondering if it's something as simple as just like they just deal extra damage instead of.
it could be they do extra damage. It could also just be that they're more likely to win. I was trying. I was just balancing different factions having different ways of boosting, whether that's doing +1 damage or -1 damage or rolling more dice or rolling different dice. So that's where I landed on them. But there's nothing saying that that has to be. At one point they had +1 d8 when attacking. Um, which worked really well. I think I shifted that over to something else that we haven't played yet. That might have gone to the Empire or one of the monsters, but it honestly it can come back to the Pirates because that actually did work relatively well.
Yeah, it was just
Um,
a loose thought. Next loose thought. You almost kind of like leading on to this a little bit earlier, talking about it with like the druids don't have any orbital platforms, and then maybe the mining guild only has
mm,
but just very simple. What if every faction only has one type of orbital platform?
it could be, that, and they each get whatever 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and then that way it's just like, oh yeah, this is just if they manage to get control and they get their orbital platform up, that's just what they do here. And then the last note on this card was something you said anyways, which is that the paths have to connect if they exist already. So,
Right.
so you already know about that one. So don't
Right.
worry about
That is what I wanted to do, and Will was adamant that that was too restrictive. But
Yeah.
um, I'm fine with how it is right now. I want to keep playing with it how it is right now, and try and balance around that, and basically incentivize people to be connecting other ways by being like, you literally cannot win with only 5. Maybe you can win with 6. But then if you've gotten to the point where you have to go beyond 6, you either have taken like this one and 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 like have like basically cordoned off. I mean, even that's just 6. So you have to at some point, go into the middle, and at that point then at least one person's going to be able to get into you. And we'll see. We'll see how good I am at balancing things, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear, because that was the main thing, was I philosophically don't believe that giving players less choice is the better option than it
Mm,
is to incentivize them to make more choices that you as the game master want.
right, right.
That's always the way to lean when possible. On that, I like the centralized being like you have to connect to the center if
If
you
possible, yeah.
can. I was wondering about, so you have these 2 5-tile rows,
Hmm.
and if this feels like not enough, I think perhaps the next step to try, or partial step, is that this one, and this one are required connectors. That you, rather than making it even more, you have to connect wherever possible. It's just the ones that are the most straightforward connecting sides of the board together. Because it doesn't make sense to try and do it with any of these ones.
Well, technically, this and this are like not
They
not the same, but
aren't, because this one has a actual 1-to-1 versus this one.
right.
I
This
know
is
that it
one,
does
two,
because of the
three, and one, two,
triangle.
three. Yeah.
I know, like, the counting wise, it does. It's different enough in my brain.
That is,
And could be
and
wrong.
that is why I did not say mathematically the same. I said mathematically similar.
because forcing them to connect there, and it's different than this one because you feel connected to the person on your short side.
Hmm.
You feel far from the person on your long side.
It's literally the same distance.
But it's a perception thing.
No, but I mean, actually think about it though. In terms of trying to connect them, connecting this one to this one is significantly easier in building out your tiles than connecting this one to this one. Because you
Actually,
have to do a straight line to a straight line to a straight line to a straight line versus the zigzag is
yes.
going to happen super
But
easy across
but
the.
you only have 2 dead sides per each of these, and you have 3 dead sides here and 3 sets dead sides here. So these 2 are significantly easier to make dead.
Also, look at what I drew. Just I see
mean,
what you're
that's
saying, well,
just
and I do actually kind of agree. But I drew this tile here for this side. I wouldn't have been able to connect there.
right. This
Right.
and
In
then
fact,
you end up
wouldn't have been able to either.
and then you also end up with this weird thing where you're forced to connect to this and connect to this, which you literally can't do with something like this, like when you
Right,
move
and
them there.
and so it may not work practically.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, if the center one isn't enough,
It's an option, yeah.
there needs to be a half step between everything must connect wherever
Yeah.
possible, whenever
I
possible,
think it's
as
just
much
funny
as
because
possible.
I would naturally go to these 2 being that forcing, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's
You know
weird.
That's
what?
just my own brain.
I've got it.
Because
I've
they're
got it.
easier to connect. They're easier to connect. So if you want the ones that are going to make it easier to happen, it's those. The ones I was pointing to are harder to connect and make it work. And I
Mhm.
recognize that.
I've got it, guys. Make this one and this one intergalactic bypasses.
Mm,
So they always connect to their surrounding tiles, but they have like a high movement cost or something like that. Kind of similar to the middle one, but it doesn't have any actual spaces to build. They're literally just essentially interstellar roads.
Well, you make
which is
different wording. Make
which
this one connect as much as possible. This one must connect to if
which is like what I
possible.
was actually considering was this with no wait,
Like a connector one.
yeah,
Like make a connector in the corner.
right. But then it's really easy. It's a funny thing. Like you put this here to be like, okay, well you're gonna connect anyway, and then people just don't connect to that, but that means that they do connect to this, which ends up connecting everything. It's
Yeah.
like a very odd thing where it's like saying that these people have to connect makes them connect in a different way than you want them to connect. But
Yeah. But I think the connecting is fine. I think
yeah,
there were choices made that prevented connection,
I
and
made a bad
that was the
decision. Like this was fine here. Like you guys were connected enough, and honestly, we were connected enough. It was just this.
It was just you.
It
yeah.
was just
I
me.
wanted this to connect better. I just drew a really crappy
Yeah,
tile.
I made a bad decision, guys. That happens sometimes. I should have done this.
You should have attacked them.
I should have gone this way.
I'm incentivized to attack the ships that are already start damaged.
Yeah. I do also think that's just a weirdness of these 2 being together. Like they should start on opposite sides somehow.
Yeah.
It's the
I
weird
think
thing
that
to mandate,
they're
you know.
there's too much of a reliance on them being 2 sides of the same coin, which means they will always be compared, which means that one will always be better than the other one, which
Right,
so they need to be differentiated significantly more.
right. Which,
Next time you play it, you probably should just have one of them not be in it.
well, yeah, that is a thing. But yeah, I do agree that there are ways asymmetrize
Asymmetrize? I don't know.
asymmetricate
Make asymmetrical. Make asymmetrical.
the scavengers more, so it's not just I'm the pirates, but different. That it's
But
more
worse.
right, but worse, or maybe better.
No one thinks better.
Just zero. Anyway, that was a lot of discussion. Holy shimoly. I'm gonna have to think on that for a while. And
You'll have to play back this video a few times.
probably, honestly. And probably, honestly, we probably won't play this for a while because we're gonna delve back into the dungeons of Guldrun after all of
No.
our after all of our input from Gen Con and Metatopia and all of that jazz. So we'll be getting back to that post haste. But we'll be back to this probably in spring or summer and with hopefully lots of cool changes and actually balanced factions. Maybe.
And a fully animated board. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. Honestly, that was one of the things. It's kind of tangential. These individual hexes used to be made up of like 20 hexes each, and you had to actually like physically move your pieces around the board. Actually, I can just literally open it.
Oh
And
God.
and
Trauma.
yeah, trauma for Will. Um, and it was like, oh, this is just a video game. Like you literally just to do the math on it, because it was like you had to actually be adjacent to fleets to do damage, to be like, oh yeah, these two are gonna fight these three because these two ships are adjacent to these three. And it was just like, oh, I'm just making a video game. Like I need
Yeah, this is a game I
And
could
then
get
this
behind.
one could be here and could attack from behind because a Corvette could
could
attack from
assist.
2
Yeah,
spaces away.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was too much for a board game. I was like, well, if I learned how to code, I could make this game. But instead, we're getting the game that we're playing right now, which I think distilled a lot of the coolness of this into a much more manageable board game. Um, with that, I'm exhausted and need to go to bed. Word. So everyone have a good night. Sleep well. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on changes you think we could make or something like that, or what your favorite flavor of pie is. Because it's definitely pecan pie, and no one can convince me otherwise. Anyway, other than that, thanks for watching. Bye bye.